So now we should be up.
Right.
In theory.
Here. Well, now I should see. If I go in there, I should see live.
I just got the notification.
Yeah, there it is live now. Okay, yeah. I don't know what the hell happened. Maybe.
Man, I can't believe it took 20 minutes. It was down for 20 minutes. Probably longer than that, obviously, but.
Right.
Yeah, let's go here. Let's put. Oh, there we go.
There we go. That's much better.
That's there we go.
Well, see, it defaulted everything too, because now it's like global live stream is now our name again, which is perfectly okay. But we got to change everything.
So they obviously did do something.
They did something, either to our channel or to everybody's.
They must have done it to everybody's, because that doesn't make any sense. Are you gonna go in and edit it?
Yeah, I'll go in and edit.
All right, I'm just pulling up the chat so I can have the chat up. Well, that's So here, yeah, that's. Hang on. All right, let's go to here. Go to here. Can you see that?
Yes, I can.
That's what we're doing for this week.
Okay. And
I can't believe it took us 20 minutes to. That's so annoying. Changing the stream key on us and everything else. I was wondering what was broken about it. Because I didn't change it. There was no reason to change it.
I didn't either. I don't think I've been into our YouTube channel since last week, so again, something might have happened to change it for us.
So, what's going on, OAE?
Hey, OAE, what's up?
So, yeah, we were having some issues with the stream key and YouTube Live being down, so it was a pain. So we had to fix that. But I think YouTube Live was down for a little bit at some point because we couldn't get into it to figure out what was going on. But let's go ahead and transition over.
Why not?
Get this thing rolling. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? My name is Mark, and I'm with NAS Aero Systems. And that goofy man over there who's laughing at everything, that's Dave with Sil.
What's up, people? I'm just laughing at how Sil variants, that's variants. We building.
We building something tonight. So y'all just stay tuned for that. I don't know what time that's gonna be. Try not to make this too long.
Yeah, we always try not to make it too long. We've been doing pretty good lately, so.
Yeah. I still want to keep it under an hour, but that's so difficult.
We can't get it all done.
We just can't. We just got too many rabbit trails to go down.
Because we got hunting. People coming in, we got to get to what they doing. And
so, if y'all don't understand what the variants are, I know OAE does. That's all he does is make variants. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that for our planes. Not each design, but just for me, it's just one particular design tonight that I'm gonna talk about.
Oh yes, sir.
And then for Sil, I don't know.
Well,
if it's more than one or
it's probably going to be more than one because it all depends on stuff. So
just stuff.
We'll get into it. I'm assuming, Mark, you're going to talk about Thunderbolt, right?
Tonight, yeah. That's kind of my thing because I've been messing with it a little bit. But over the years, I've made it a little bit different. Each and every time. So Well, I won't say each and every time because that's obviously not the case. Yeah, I'm not putting this side up. That's address information.
That's usually not a good idea.
Oh yeah, not broadcasting that all over the. Ooh yeah, not broadcasting that either. All right, so all right. It's just that I got this thing in the mail for the college for one of the colleges around here,
Yeah.
and this paper is just so glossy and so perfect. It's almost like Dodge paper.
I don't know if you remember, but like last week we were talking about some bases, talking about getting Robert at taper planes over there in his base, and we were talking about bases, and there's a base map, and people kind of know where you're at anyway. So really,
Yeah, more so I just don't want the name and stuff broadcasted everywhere.
No, I get that. That's all right. We don't need false advertising or whatever the hell it is we're trying to do.
I let one name slip on, but we'll see if anybody caught that. But I don't think we're popular enough for that.
So anyway, so what we got here going on is well, Mark over there seems to think he's got like different variants of Thunderbolt. Like what's his challenge? What's his taco?
So we're gonna start with mine.
Yeah, why not?
Well, that's not the order we put it in, but okay. It doesn't really matter, honestly.
We can talk mine. I wouldn't mind getting into mine. Hold on a minute. All right, let's do this. All right,
yeah, I mean, I put yours first because you came up with it.
It's true.
Why is your video so fuzzy?
Because I don't know. Why is my
Can
video
you focus the camera? Is it? I mean, let me daggone move this. I've moved this thing out of the way. I don't know how many times. Can you focus that a little bit? I mean, your paper looks pixelated.
Oh, it's true. It does. Well, you don't know. Maybe I cut it with the.
I don't think you cut it because that you wouldn't cut it like that.
You don't know.
The whole paper looks pixelated.
Yeah, it's something new I'm trying.
Your hand looks pixelated.
It's these gloves, man. It's the gloves.
Fix the daggone video. I just noticed that. Like, that is so annoying.
Probably doesn't look like that for everybody.
It probably doesn't, but
I'm not really sure why or how or who or whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Did you mess with the focus or did you move?
No, I did not. No, I did not mess with the focus.
But did you move the camera though?
I did move the camera, but it was doing it. It was fine before the thing. It just did now. Whatever.
No.
Like, can you not tell what I'm trying to do? Ain't nobody got time for that. See, there.
That didn't work. Do you have the autofocus on?
The autofocus is on. Yes.
What the? That don't make no sense. That paper looks so bad.
Are you saying you don't like the paper?
I'm saying those black lines and the paper and the plane, and I know the plane doesn't have jagged edges all the way around it.
What about my face? Or my hand, rather. My hand looked jagged too.
Yeah, it looked jagged up. You just put up the plane. That's all you put up.
God Almighty. Okay, well, anyway.
You can't fix it. It's okay. You're killing me.
I was trying.
Whatever. I'm just gonna ignore it.
Just gonna ignore it. There, look. Now it's pick. Oh wait, this
yeah, that side's fixed. Kind of. It's blurry, but it's fixed. How in the world is it?
There, now you can't tell.
Yes, I can. The front of that thing is just terrible.
Stop looking at it.
I can't help it. You're right. I just focus on the chat. That's what I'll focus on.
There you go.
There ain't nothing going on in the chat. All right. I'll just focus on that. So we good.
Okay.
All right.
So anyway.
So run with it.
Okay. So I made a new plane the other day. Actually yesterday. Made 2 of them.
Wait, what? Now, you said new?
Yeah, it's new. Okay, and here's where we're going to get into it right away. All right. we've had this discussion time and time again. That's why we're going to talk. And OAE, I know you're the master of this, and as well as me, because we have made so many different variants already of different planes that we've got. And Mark liked to throw his monkey in the ring, talking about how, well, listen to this, if I intend to build this kind of plane, I want to build this plane, and this plane is one of them, and blah, blah, blah. And that's good. No, I mean, it's respectable. Either way you want to do it. But when you have a plan form, like he's trying to say, you start out a plane a specific way. You even use the same sheet of paper. You know that you're going to, like, I'm building a phase. Here I go. There's the only way you're going to get it out of the particular paper and the style that you're building. Okay, that's one thing. I mean, it's a plan form. You know you're going to put stuff on it. Me and OAE, of course, we're tweaking a particular design, and then it just becomes subvariants. I mean, again, that's the variant versus subvariant that we always talked about before. But like we had mentioned, Mark agreed. If you make whatever transition you do that it cannot come back from, that makes it more of a variant, as we call it, not a subvariant. So it's not just a letter. You've made the next progression up. In this case, what I brought up with this case is this plane, I have to admit, following Mark's kind of quote-unquote rule, I started out thinking I was going to make a Diamant. I knew it would start to look that way because I'm basically building it, first couple folds match. But then I deviate. That's the thing. It's only the first couple folds. It's the same sheet of paper with the first couple folds. Then I deviate. So
where is it?
I was going to make one tonight, but because this is a regular Diamant. I don't have one here. It's actually still at the facility. I was going to make one, though, because I wanted to illustrate again. Okay, so you get it to a certain level, then you deviate. You get a plane that looks somewhat similar, but flies totally different, already with variations. Now, again, I started out thinking I was having a Diamant, but I knew I was going to change it. So, in this case, I would like to point out, this is my take on it. I'm considering this a different aircraft. Just because, I was going to use the Diamant start to get the plane and the paper that I wanted, but I did not want to make another one of those.
See, okay,
and
so
I didn't. It doesn't look like it. It looks different, and it definitely flies different.
So in that instance, that was your intent, though. That's where I come down to intent. Your intent was not to make the same plane.
Well, it's tricky because, again, my intent was to start out like a Diamant. And
right, but the end result, I'm talking about... Yeah.
Well, the thing is, of course, I hadn't built it, so I didn't know if the end result would be, how close would it be, I knew I was hoping it would be different, but I didn't know if it was going to come out like...
Right.
If this plane looks that much similar and flies similar, I'm like, okay, even with the fold, this is another Diamant. Now, if it comes out looking the same and flies totally different, not so much, just because of the differences I made during these folding techniques.
Right, you could do that. I mean, see, that's where, I mean, if you intend to make a completely different plane and it just comes out to maybe two folds that are different, right? So they look very similar, but they do fly different. To me, that would be the same plane, just a V2 or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not a whole new plane altogether, because you built them almost identical. They fly completely different, whether it's long, short, whatever, vice versa. But you built them almost identical, and they look pretty much identical, kind of like your phases.
Yes, and of course, see, that's the thing too. Is like in those cases, I mean,
in those cases, you were trying to build that.
Yeah, the phase 2, and this is OAE's experiencing the same thing, of course, with like Vulcans, for example. I mean, you're building the same plan for them, and then you just like, okay, different fold here, and all of a sudden I've got different set of canards, I've got different set of wing pockets, I've got like, or I'm in my case, it's like, okay, it's a phase 2, and I just tape tailplanes onto it. Obviously, that's like, okay, that's a variant, I mean, Jesus, I can rip those off, and it's still phase 2.
Yep. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like it to me, it has to be enough to where it's not easily transferred back to the original variant.
Right.
It's not so much as a technology or something that I can just take off real quick or put back on and say, "Oh, okay, now this is a 2 or a 3 or a 4 versus the 1 or the 2.
But it does get tricky when you're dealing with them, though.
But so for instance, like Thunderbolt. Let's see if we can get the light to work with me here. Nope. I might have to shut it off.
Light's not working.
There we go. It's focused. So you can see how this right here is on the outside, and I have this, and then I have this right here on the wing as well.
Right.
So this, to me, even though it's identical, if you were to see, this is why I can't say it's identical. All the folds are the same, the exact same, except for what we call the reverse folding.
Right.
Even though it's kind of more of a technology,
it's semi technology. I mean, yeah, I call it that, but it's really a loose translation. I just wanted to lump it into something, I mean, because obviously it is different, but you're still coming up with the same plane. You're just tweaking it a little,
I am. So that's why, to me personally, I think this one is different than the original because they do, yes, they fly similar because they're Thunderbolt and they're going to fly similar. But I get better performance out of this version than I do the other. Because because the stress is distributed differently. Because I'm able to fix the stress problem and I'm able to create this pocket here that comes off the plane. Even though it's a little bit, I'm able to create this pocket here that comes off the plane. Whereas I do not have that on the other one, and I cannot get that one on the other one the way it's folded.
Right.
So to me, after thinking about this, because I was thinking about it because of the spiders, I just had to put the spider on the back burner for, and trying to negotiate that. In my mind, I was like, all right, no, this is too much to think about right now. Let me focus on something simple. And I was like, wait a minute. I started building this one years ago because I was going to start messing around with this part of the plane, the front half, and saying, oh, okay, well, I can change this or that and change these and take these off if I wanted to. But that's why I think this style should be another variant.
And that's also like we just said, reverse folding or whatever. And OAE can attest to this because I know a lot of his just have minor folds. I'm not sure if you can respond. I mean, if you don't reverse fold something, if you consider it changed, basically in your case, you were saying performance changes, of course, because if you have an exposed wing pocket, and in your case it's not a wing pocket, it's those strakes up there at the top. But if you tuck them back in, it's obviously a little bit of a sleeker bird. So technically, it should perform better, right?
Right, but the weight to me is. And the way it is it's distributed a little bit differently with doing this.
Okay.
Because there's less stress on the plane.
Right. So, but also here's the thing. I was going to take that, and the same thing is the folds. Yeah, folds are a little different because they could go one way or the other. I mean, you could see it as a variant. You could see it as a technology. You could just see it as a natural progression. You were like, well, I folded them one way. I'm going to fold them the other way. And there's going to be people out there to say what, that ain't a variant. That's just another plane. You just took the folds differently. Whatever. I mean, any way you see it. But I was going to take it further and say taping, for example. If you build that plane exactly the way you did it, even normal way or the new version, and all of a sudden you tape it down. If you've never taped it before, and it doesn't usually get taped, and I'm not talking about just the nose. I mean, most people tape the nose.
Right.
But if you don't tape the nose,
talking about taping these wing pockets in, because before I only had the wing pockets underneath.
Right.
I had everything underneath the plane, so the top of the plane was sleek like this. There was none of this.
Okay. Yeah.
There was none of this at all. It was all underneath. It would all look kind of like this.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure you remember that.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yes.
Um,
I don't know if you got another one. Like, do you still have one like that, or
I don't even know if I have one like that because it's been so long since I made that. Because it puts so much stress on the wing itself and curled them up
right?
after over time that this way there's less stress on it and the structure is still similar.
It just makes it easier for you to build it.
It makes it makes it easier to build, but it also gives me some room to work with other things that I want to work with. But it takes a lot of stress off these wings, so it
Right.
doesn't curl as much over time.
Okay. Okay. See, and that's obviously that's something.
But that's
Uh,
something that
again,
I'm
you could natural progression. You can see that as a natural progression. I mean, that was the way it was going to turn out. I mean, dang, you got it. More or less. When I'm saying the tape too is like, okay, the tape tapes it all down. Obviously, makes it sleeker. Could make it different performance wise. Could make it different building wise. Is that a tech? Is that a variant?
see
Your
that's
call.
why that's yeah, I know it's my call, but that's why I was thinking about it because I never really called it anything at all.
Okay.
I always just said
You
they were
just
V1s because
right.
they were folded identical, but they're not really identical.
They're different.
They are different. They do perform differently.
Do they look different?
They look, yeah. I mean, I can fold a. So let me pull. Forget it. I'll just use this. This is gonna stink because this is
Classy guy.
this is like Dodge paper, so this is gonna stink. But
Oh man, why are you gonna do it with Dodge paper, man? Dude, I know what that'll be like. You're gonna make some super thick. It's never gonna come out right.
well, no, it'll work.
Robert, what's going on, bro? How you doing? You feeling better, man?
You gotta get this thing undone. Ain't nobody got time for this. All right, gotta
I think basically
something I
it
need to
boils
add to
down.
my thing is a staple remover. I thought I had one.
Oh,
Apparently, I do
here,
not.
you can borrow one. Here, you got
But
this.
I
There you go.
can't. I'm not ready for that. What color is that? That's that black one. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I'll have to make sure that I get my transporter ready for next week.
that's not a racist comment. That just happens to be black. So
Well, because they have tan ones like that too.
hopefully it's true. They do. Yeah. You got fired? How did you get fired?
What? For what?
What, flying on a job? Yeah. I mean, I can relate. I usually, man, I build them all the time at work, and I fly them all the time at work because I work at a giant warehouse. So I mean, I get a lot of flight time in usually. I mean, sometimes I'm bad about it. Sometimes I count it. Sometimes I count it. Sometimes I don't. I probably should always count it because it's big enough. Almost all of my test flights are done there, but normally I do it like when work is dead and we're about ready to leave or something like that. So
Yeah, I don't usually have that luxury.
I know.
Oh yeah,
It,
put the hands on you. Oh yeah, it's over. It's a wrap. You ain't
well,
putting
then
your hands on me.
they
I
deserve
promise
it,
you that.
man.
The Marine in me is gonna come out and I'm gonna snap somebody's neck.
Now let's not get violent. There's kids present.
I'm not. I'm not getting violent. I'm just stating facts.
Like I said, we made it kid friendly, so gotta keep it.
Well, we
Gotta
did put the thing.
yeah, we did put the
Yeah,
thing.
we did put the disclosure on there.
Maybe we should put it at the beginning. Watch at your own risk.
Yeah. Uh, all ages, but be warned. These staples are like super thick, man.
You see now again, and what he's talking about there too. It's like um, dash 29 dash 20. That's going with his number system, but he still keeps a name to it. That's where he gets like Meta Omni and Hyper and all that Ultra and stuff like that for Vulcans, for
Right.
example. I'm sure that's little folds, little additions or subtractions even of tech. I mean, oh, that's another thing too. It's like, okay, again, now not that you would do this with Thunderbolt, not that you would not do this with a Vulcan even, but you could. But I mean, if you cut something out of it and it still retains its shape, again, what are we talking about here?
No.
Are we
So
talking about
that we definitely like. To me, I definitely agreed. Personally, I agreed upon. Like if you can if you cut something and you go with that version as a regular, that is a new variant all the way. It's not a sub because you can't change that back.
Okay, fair enough.
That's just me. Like
That's just you.
Like that's the way I would look at it because I wouldn't call it a phase 2A or a phase 2B or something like that because you created the phase 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever because you were cutting and doing things to it that could not be reversed to a degree. You know what I'm saying?
To a degree. Well, I mean, like, it's tricky.
Which one did you cut? Which one did you cut the STE in? That was 4. That was 4, right?
No, that's 4. Every subsequent variant past 3 has that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that was one of the first things you did to get the 4.
Right. And it is so weird. Let me tell you something too, people. I mean, I'm sure you've been through it. OAE definitely, but like, they're like if you do this, you build your natural progression and you go further. Like you got phase 3, I go to phase 4. It's like, do you put phase 2 technology in a 4 or a 5? I've done this, but I mean, it's kind of tricky because it's like, and what do you call it when you do it? Like, okay, wait a minute. I mean, I got, the 3 has the STE. The 4 adds the little, the couple back there. Okay, or not couple. I'm sorry, the DFRWs. But if you got the DFRWs in there, what if a phase 2 has that? What is that? I mean, what do you do with that?
But you're talking about a phase 2
with phase 4
that doesn't have the STE.
Right, it doesn't have the STE. Well, then it would be a 3. So yeah, it's a phase 2, but it has DFRWs, which is a phase 4. Because initially that never happened. So then if I go back and make that plane, what is that?
It depends. Well, see, that's where it comes in. Are you going to progress? Like, are you going to consistently make that? Like, is that going to, like, ooh, I like the way this is. I'm going to keep using it. Then at that point, do you make it, like, that's going to be a choice. To me, I would probably make that a 5. If the 5 wasn't out, you know what I'm saying?
No, I got you.
So I would then, at that point, it's a 2 with 4 technology. I would make that a 5.
Oh, so boy, you're making it tricky on me now because now I might have to go back and say like, well,
I'm not saying you have to go back and change it.
No. I don't mean I wouldn't change it either. However, when I did do it, I did like the way it flew. So maybe I can make the phase 7 quicker than I expected.
Well, exactly. So because you've already got, you're already at the 6.
Right.
So if you do that, if you take a 2 and a 4 and combine them and say, hey, this is what I'm going to make and see how it flies, and you do your testing, and then maybe you make a small adjustment with some other technology or something that makes it where you want it, then yes, that could be the 7. Like, to me personally, that's what I would do.
Uh-huh.
Because it's not something that you...
I think that might be where I go with that. I mean...
I hate you. You're welcome, but I hate you.
You wanted me to do it. You
I did not say go do it. I did not say go do it.
Well, no, you didn't.
I'm just saying that's what I would do if that was my platform and that's what I was building.
Okay.
Because that's where I'm at this point. Not that I want to have multiple variants, because I've always not that I've never really liked it. It's just that's a lot to keep track of. So it's like, why am I over here trying to make 15 different variants of the same plane when I have one that works?
That's just because you want to make sure that you have the right one that does work the best. I mean, assuming you want one, whatever it is you're looking for the best out of it, And I see what you're saying. So the electronic warfare, you give it the designation. So anytime you have something, I mean, in that case, it's electronic warfare, of course. But I mean, like if you got another one that has, like if it's a trainer, you put the T designation on it. If you build, like, I mean, interceptor versus attack airplane, you give it a little different designation. I guess that's kind of more basic than that. But I mean, if you give it if it pod carries, you probably recognize a pod carrying plane, right? And no, we did not get. I don't know. Mark probably didn't because he always has funding problems, even though it's not the new fiscal year. I did not get any walkthrough paper yet, but it is on my shopping list.
Well, see, this is what happens when your government still ain't paid out its money for the thing. This was free.
Oh Jesus!
And I'm serious.
Like,
This paper
see
was
this.
free. This came in the government mail. Actually, it came in my personal mail, but whatever.
I was going to say the government mail and the personal mail is two totally different things.
I know, but I mean it came in from the government, kind of, not really from the government, but you know what I'm saying. The government delivered it to my personal address, located on the other side of that paper down there.
Which is, of course, NASA's, headquarters and
At the
cool.
at the
Abacoa, my bad.
yeah, ish, yeah.
Okay, so I'm working on building this thing here.
Okay.
This new thing, which I don't even know.
Oh my goodness, yeah. This paper sucks.
Why did you do it with that one?
Oh my goodness.
Why did you do it with that one?
You shut your mouth.
I didn't say do it with that one. You just did.
I just had it available, okay? I had it available.
You know when we start these shows, I mean, you even said build. Dude, you said we build it. So you knew you should have had some paper available.
I have something.
It's got to be ready to have because you know we're going to be doing this.
Oh my goodness.
I'm doing the same thing he's doing now because I'm working on building this new thing I was telling y'all about. And what I did, I built it out of, I'm not using Dodge paper, but I am using heavy cardstock, which is apparently a very bad idea. And
that's what this feels like.
I've never built a diamant out of heavy cardstock, so this is going to be new all over. What the hell just happened there?
Oh, come on. See, this is why I don't build this version. There's so much stress already on this plane. And it has nothing to do with this paper. It has to do with the way that I'm building this.
I was going to ask him about that. It's like asking about the Zeus. We should probably build the Zeus here somewhere on one of the shows. So.
See, you see this? You can't see this. You see this?
I can.
You see this lump?
It's a lump.
You see that?
Yeah.
I don't get that when I make it the other way. I don't. That was half the reason why I got rid of this way I'm doing it. I can't stand that thing. It drives me nuts. It makes it look like I've beat the plane up when I haven't even flown it yet. Because I can't get the thing to lay flat.
So they're already like war weary before you even get a chance to fly them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh my goodness. All right, so let's.
Okay, I got it complete.
I almost folded these the wrong way.
Pod carrying is I wanted to ask you also about that. Yeah, I know. I saw your message about adding the rubber band hitch. We're doing up a show on that. That'd be cool. I'd like to see that.
Yeah. At some point.
Pod carrying is standard for most of your aircraft, but what about the ones that are truly do most your Interceptor doesn't need a pod, does it? I mean, certain airplanes don't have to have pods, right?
Well, I wouldn't think they would all need them. I mean, because not all my planes are going to be carrying stuff. Not even all of them are going to be carrying rockets. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely. I would like to think
because if I took Thunderbolt on a scout mission, even just hey, I need you to go to this area and come back really quick. Tell me what's out there. Then I would not. I wouldn't need missiles on that. I mean, I guess you could just in case. Holy crap, this sucks.
I don't know. OAE, would you be willing to go live with us?
At some point, he needs to.
It'd be cool because these ones he's talking about that's sitting on the tarmac. I'd kind of like to see those.
having to
Well, I mean,
fix
no,
things.
that makes sense. I mean, everyone being able to retain the capability to have the pods, that definitely makes sense. I mean, you should. That's just like good common practice. Any plane, like if you got them, yeah, why not, right?
Oh my goodness, come on.
Okay, this was a bad idea, but it turned out okay. So
Oh,
if you
this is
looked
a
at this one,
terrible idea.
here it is, folks. And like, if you look at this one, what do you think?
I can't even look at this one.
You know what you see because there's another one sitting right here, and I know it's pixelated as you pointed out, and I have no idea why. But
Dude, you got to fix that.
okay, but you look at it, you're making this like okay, it's a diamant, right? Okay, and you're right because like for the most part, I mean it's pretty good match. I think this is a different standard, of course. Well, actually, this is nothing like it because again, I'll show you what makes it different here in a second. But here we got it's 6 3/4 inch long from tip of the rudder to tip of the nose, and it's 6.5 inches wide. So it's about as wide as it is long.
I can't
Um,
handle this.
and this thing's a little bit shorter at almost that's about 6.5. Oh, width is almost the exact same. Oh no, 6. So the ratio is the same about width to length. Okay, but here's the difference, okay? So diamant, the underside of the diamant, pretty clean, right? And you see the folds, like there's Dale going on here. I know it's pixelated. Bear with me, people. I don't know what the hell.
What in the world? I can't look at that. That hurts my eyes. Dude,
You got a fold line. Hold on a minute.
hold it up to the camera.
Hold on a minute. I'm going to do this so that people can see.
Just hold it up to the camera and see if it autofocuses.
I don't think it's an autofocus issue so much as I think it's something's doing it because it's pixelating. I mean, it would be fuzzy if it'd be autofocus. It's pixelating though, so like something's going on with the signal. So anywho, wait. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about though. I will hold it up to the camera. So Diamant has
No, kind of. No, it's still pixelating.
It's still pixelating, but see, there's the wing folds on a Diamant, right? You have the front one near the tip. You have the wing pocket, and then the underside. Hopefully, you can see that. You can see through the shadow.
Tilt it. There you go.
Okay, so you can see the one that carries it back and the nose, and then it has the nose and the tail frame here, right?
Yep.
Goes to the tip. Okay, so basic design of the Diamant. Okay, so this new one, again, if you look at the top, but the top lacks every fold. It is completely clean. There's nothing up there. The bottom looks the same, except now there's horns down here. Because I've canarded the tip, and now there's little tail planes here. Or not tail planes, strakes. And all the folds are actually underneath. There's a wing pocket fold here and a double wing pocket fold here. Let me see if I can get the angle right. See, yes, there you can see them. 2 of them just sitting underneath there.
But those are the same folds, right?
Yes and no. I mean, again, you still have Dale's going on at the tip. You still have a rudder. You still have a fuselage that comes back where the tail starts to fold up. Basically, it's this part here that makes the aircraft different. And the thing about it is it really makes it different.
So
like Diamant, for example,
I would almost, me personally, I would make that a V2.
I would normally think about that, except of course I could also have a completely different flying plane, and not just because of range. No, wait, not just because of range, but also because it doesn't like
I'm gonna throw the curveball at you. You know it's coming, right?
Yeah, it does look like a Starhawk, doesn't it? Yeah. What was I thinking? Oh, it flies with a different pattern. Like, okay, first of all, you don't tape this one. You don't staple it. This one Diamant, you need a tape or staple.
That's
mostly
totally
a staple. This one you cannot do that. This one stays open.
Okay, that's totally fine.
And
I'm still.
It requires a different style of throw. Like you can throw a Diamant with a medium to heavy throw like normal. This is going to become my light throw trainer because it only flies good with a light throw. It does not fly good the harder you throw it.
Okay, I'm still gonna throw the curveball at you. Are you ready?
Well, go ahead. I really know where you're going.
You know where I'm going. You have.
Gone.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Are you sure?
I'll go ahead.
Okay. Your phases, they don't all have the same flight path.
Right. No, you're right. You're right. They don't. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to leave it there for a second. I'm going to let you think on that one.
Actually, you know what?
They,
Oh, okay.
they all look
Phase
similar, which those two
phase
look
two
similar.
through
I will say
phase
they are
two.
almost identical and look.
Phase two through
You started
five.
off the same. It may not have
Phase
been your
two through
intent.
five do fly the same. Phase one flies differently, hence why it's the dogfighter. Phase six is the dogfighter. But you're right. Okay, yeah,
They
yeah,
don't
there's
all fly
different.
the same, but
But they,
they
oh
have the same
God, yeah,
they
okay, okay.
have similar platforms,
Yes, yes, they do.
which those do as well. You have I can't say that you've just added technology because you did fold them differently to a degree,
No, yeah, it's
but
definitely,
it
dude.
has
It's
the
definitely folded
same
differently.
features. But this is why I was talking about Thunderbolt. You put a lot of that stuff underneath versus on top, and
Right,
then you added your little strakes underneath.
right.
So to me, that would be a V2.
And even like OAE's pointing out, Starhawk is comparable to this. And he, no, dude, you and Mark ought to get together on this because Mark has been trying to get us a database.
Oh man, for
Personally, me
years.
and our brainchild for like forever. The IVPAC wiki would be great. I mean, it would be kind of cool, gunning like the paper airplane wiki, I'm sure. Um, and like that would be great because again, it'd be a way of getting the planes out there. It'd be a way of getting the squadrons, the wings, the bases out there, right?
And it's easier
So
to add and add, remove, change, do things within the sheets and everything else because you can pull the reports, you can do everything else. But I've been slacking on that because I've got a lot going on.
we'll start getting a little bit less going on, and we can get this going.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so are you ready for this? So this is a one, or I should say the original Thunderbolt.
Okay.
Everything is here. All the stress is right here in this wing area, this wing area right here, and at this nose. This is the way that I've been building it.
Like the big one is. You're right.
Yep.
Right. I mean, OAE, you're right. We could do it that way. I've kind of like, I mean, I linked to it. And I think I can post on it. It always just made me like I didn't want to go all out and put like the IFPAC listing in particular planes because when you title it as, sorry, Mark, I don't mean to get off track.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no, no.
mentioning this. And I wanted to bring this up because we were talking. We've been doing the paper airplane wiki for a while, and I was like, I didn't really want to put like individual aircraft in a paper airplane wiki. I just kind of wanted to showcase types of planes because it is when you call it a paper airplane wiki, it's broad. You know, it's a really broad stroke. I didn't want to narrow it down by putting like just that in there. You know what I mean? I mean, you could put pods, sure. I mean, technology, sure. Something broad, but I didn't want to like really narrow it down to something. Like if we did IVPAC, that would be narrowing it down. I would include individual planes, squadrons, bases, blah blah blah. So that's the only reason I've held back on that. Anyway, so yeah, so like you change. I'm sorry, get back to what you were talking about.
So with this, there's no way for me to fiddle in a way with any of this area of the plane on this one.
Okay.
There's no way for me to do anything with this fold, with this fold. It's all tucked in here. I can't. I mean, I would have to cut everything. I'd have to cut this part of the fold out to even get to these on the inside to have them accessible. So
Because you got them tucked away.
right, because everything's tucked away. The top has nothing on it. This, I can mess with this. You know, I've got this fold here. I've got these up here. I've got all of this that to mess with, as well as the wing itself. So that's
Sorry, just
why
trying to see if I can get it.
for me, I'm thinking this version, this is a different variant of this plane, because I one
And
I'm
by
not
that, of course,
one I'm not
and
going
by
to go
that, of
back and
course,
make these.
well, by that, of course, he also means because it's different, just because it's airplane style. Obviously, the width and length and the size of it's going to make it a different variant anyway. But yeah,
Right, yeah. I'm not even
he
talking
means
size
deeper than
variant.
that. Yeah,
I'm
he's.
talking fold variant.
Why are you to
because
retire with the Titan?
because let me see if I got a.
Oh, troublesome. Okay. Hey man, don't give up on it though. I mean,
So even
I give up
for
on Nova.
this,
Nova would have been gone.
even for instance, this one, this is the one that we've done with the anhedrals on the back. But this one has the same technology. It's got these. It's got this sticking out the side. You can see how this over comes out of the edge. And it's got the extra fold here that I can mess with. So when you look at these two, you can see. I mean, they are identical almost in size.
Right.
I mean, they
I
are
mean,
just a
it's
smidge
it's obviously a
off.
different tech, which means a different variant, of course. But
That's why I'm thinking this one, even though I never called it a V2, should go down as a new one. But see, here's where my dilemma runs. I don't remember what number I started doing that on. I don't
well, that
remember
could prove a
what date
problem.
that was.
Well, see, if somebody had the calendar,
Oh, you shut your mouth. I mean,
that's kind of like you pulling the face thing on me. Is like, you know where I'm going to go with that.
yeah. So, well, yeah, but my thing is, even
Yes, Robert, I'm thinking about that. Oh wait, I'm thinking about that.
I
That
don't
rubber
know if I
band
can.
hitch.
Can I pull up? Can I pull up? That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted.
I'm definitely thinking about a rubber band hitch. Yeah, I mean, I'd like actually the capacity for all of them to have pods and a rubber band hitch, especially that. I mean, that's a great idea, just because instead of wasting yourself throwing it, you could just. Whew, I like it. I just got to figure out. I'm going to have to watch again another taper planes tutorial on making those, so I can figure out exactly how I want to make those. How did you end up over there? Dirty, rotten scoundrel.
Oh, see, that was 2000. Oh, that was that back in 2015.
Well, you don't have to worry about that too much, OAE, because your stuff, like, you got plenty of them doing multiple jobs. I mean, so slotting Titan out of the roll, like, well, you've kind of got some backup there. I don't think you have to worry about it too much. Cobra, Swift Vulcan will take up the slack.
Okay, so I know I was doing it. Hey, this is why this is good. I know I was doing this back in 2015.
2000, ow.
Yeah, 2015. I know I was making them back then. Because I just saw a video that I have saved from April of 2015. When did I start making those? Let me look at this. See, I wish I... See, this is why... Oh, man. This is why sometimes this stuff would be beneficial to have. Um, the database, because I could. Oh man, I could do so much with this.
Well, again, if you got the sheets available, it helps out a great deal. But
Right, that's what I'm going back and looking at. But when
in the calendar,
I mean, I can go back and look at the bases.
that does help. I mean, I
Where,
usually have to reference that for certain ones of mine too.
where
The
under
simplicity helps, doesn't it? I mean, again, thinking about our mix when you're dealing with us, and it's nice, of course, when you're sitting there building planes at home in a calm, peaceful environment, you can add all the kinds of tech you want to. But
that's
combat environment, you want simplicity. I mean, in some ways,
installation.
I thought about that. I mean, it's like, well, okay, you're making that as an export, but I mean, maybe you keep one around for your combat birds that you can build, in the heat of battle, for example, as opposed to, something you could just build once at peacetime at home, or something you don't mind losing.
That
I,
it
I,
wasn't then.
we had this debate a long time ago. I don't think we ever televised it. I can bring that stuff up again, but like always talking about the difference between having, and we've mentioned it in previous shows, where do we build a complex plane all the time and run the risk of losing it in battle, getting it shot down or stolen?
That comes to that to me comes down to, are you willing to risk it, and then the next thing is, are you able to rebuild it?
Right. Yeah.
Because
Of
that's
course.
the issue that I ran into for years, is that I would build a few of them and not remember how to build them. Hence, Black Knight and Black Squire.
Right. And
I
of
have
course,
no
you can
idea.
always.
I have no idea what they were. I mean, I know what they kind of were. I mean, but I don't even remember what they look like.
I can kind of remember what they look like, which
So
is why we talked about this before. We thought maybe you could do it. Maybe.
So let me. So let's do it this way. Do you have? Well, I'm gonna say. Do you have any pictures of Thunderbolt when we were flying at the area across from where I was at?
Across from where I was at.
Yeah, with the I can't even remember the name of it. I'm looking for it.
Westview?
Yeah, there it is. I'm looking at it right there at
Yeah.
Westview.
Are you looking at the maps or are you looking at the
I'm
sheets?
looking at the installations.
Okay, yeah. Westview is the one here, which is this one I'm assuming, of course, you're talking about.
Yeah, because
Let's see.
I'm looking back, and that would have probably been the first time that I possibly changed it, or had it changed during that time. So then I can kind of look back. I know I had it in 2015 already, because when I made that video and I sent it to you and said, "Hey, this is how you build this," this is the way I was building it.
Right.
So I'd
Okay.
already changed it by 2015 by the time I recorded that video.
Good God. Why don't I have more of these? This is shots from there, I think. Even though I can't tell what the hell that is. Oh, I suppose I could zoom it in a little bit more. You can't tell what that. Well, I mean, that actually might be a Thunderbolt, but you can't tell the folds on it because of the way the shot came out.
If you
I'm looking here. Yeah, just because it's so okay, the shots are. These are definitely them. It's just I don't think that shot is showing you what you need to see. You usually give it anhedrals, of course, right?
Yes.
It typically has anhedrals, right? Okay. That's probably one, but I don't know if that. What about? Wait a minute. So what about? Maybe this will work. You can see a lot of the detail on that plane, but that looks like a normal Thunderbolt. It really does. I can even see the. I can see the folds on the top, the square piece. Yeah, that's a normal Thunderbolt. All right. No.
Because I think that would be a good starting point.
Yeah.
For
No.
me,
Definitely
anyways.
so. Let me see if I can find it by doing this. Well, I know Vulcan definitely has a great deal of lineage, and apparently, half the time spent exporting some of those things. But like you pointed out, you exported all the simplistic ones, right? Easy to build ones, not technology. And of course, that's tricky. When you say export, is it the ones that you like, for example, put the video on so everybody can build? Because you do put the instructables on almost every plane out there. So what do you construe as an export versus this plane everybody has built? That's not a good picture of Thunderbolt.
Where are you putting these?
What?
Where are you putting these?
The pictures?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, some of these are the same ones that are actually in the IVPAC folder online. So you can already see them.
Well, I need to log into the.
Yeah, well, you did if you're in Google YouTubes. You just need to just switch it over.
I need to switch over for the Google
Yeah,
Drive. So
right.
where?
There's a bunch of the SIL pictures. There's a bunch of the ones that I built with
Where
the
are the pictures
technology.
at then?
Well, hold the hell on a minute. I gotta see. I think it's Spider. No, not that one.
Is it under Google Drive?
Yeah. Well, no, it should be in full. It should be in photos.
Ah.
Right. You design and build, but like I mean, again, you show instructables, so almost anybody can build anything you make. So I mean that clarifies it for me. Don't get me wrong. I see what you're saying. I didn't know if that like you obviously don't construe all of your birds as exports. So
Oh, hold up.
did you find one?
What is this?
Oh God, he found something.
I know what that is, but what is this?
Yeah, Robert's right though. We need to see if I mean, well, if he's got Robert, if you got a camera and you're like you don't have to be stationary.
Where's the
Actually, it'd be
date
kind
on
of really.
this?
Could you imagine it'd be really cool if one of us was like live and moving around outside while the rest of us were
Dude, what is
inside?
the date on this?
Not that he's far, but well, yeah, of course.
What is the date on this?
But I was just trying to think about like you getting in, you getting involved in like the live stream, like you were asking. So, what the deuce? These are not the ones that are in. Okay, I'm gonna have to alter some of this crap. Yeah, some of the ones in your folder are different from the ones that I actually have on my drive. Because they should be. You should have some of your own pictures in there. There's definitely more of the Google Photos than there is on my drive.
When? What year is this?
What year's what? I got to see what are you talking about, Willis?
Sorry, let me pull this over for you. What year is this?
Those right there? Oh, man, that's probably '08. I believe that's '08. I do have some of those.
So this is Thunderbolt.
Yeah, that's Thunderbolt. Oh, yeah, definitely.
And so if that's Fontana.
Because you called it a mod back then. Really? You really? No, you did not.
I forgot about that.
Did you? You did not. I gotta have that picture. There it is, right there. Okay, I've got a. Well,
Oh
that's a
yeah, these
modified.
are the ones that you made
Yeah,
with the
those are the
with the
ones
mods.
yeah, the ones I was trying to show you could do with that thing.
And this was all back in '08.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I did find it.
If I
I've
could
got a
see the
modified date.
date on this plane,
I've got a modified date of December 30th, 2009 on that picture. That's this one right here, right? Is that the one I'm looking at? Hold on a minute. Is that the one I'm looking at? Yes, we're looking at the same shot. I think. Yeah. So, oh God, are we going to go through this thing again? People, we've sat through this one before. We're not going to put you through this. I hope not. But yeah, we went through one where he's trying to figure out exactly which shot he's got of which plane he's got, and there it is, got. Oh, really?
Yeah, I can see it. December 30th, '09.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the camera, the image of it, yeah, the camera editing image shows that.
I see the 9 right there, and I was like, that's how I wrote the date back then. So
There's no. Oh, you don't have letters. You just have numbers.
yeah, I went 09/12/30.
Oh yeah, because there's another one. That's the next shot over, the same thing, and that one's even more rateable. Yeah, it definitely says 09/12/30.
For which one?
Just go to the left a couple more, which I think is another T-bolt. Isn't that another T-bolt?
Where? What? This?
Oh yeah, picture 5228.
What's 5?
Go up a little. Go up a little bit. Go up a little bit. Down right there.
This one?
Yeah.
I couldn't read this one earlier.
Oh, I can read that. And it definitely says 09/12/30.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, I can see that you got a circle after it, which means you got like number 2
Yeah.
or number 3 or whatever the hell it happens to be.
I want to know. This must.
I'm watching it. When you say, "Are you going to see test flights?" Robert, by the way, are you talking about yours or mine? Because like I'm not going to get a test fly these, and I'm probably not going to unless I get a day off and it warms up. Because right now it's. I don't know if you guys. Hey, are you guys experiencing this cold snap? The rest of the country is practically. I don't know if you guys are how cold you guys are getting. Well, OAE, I know you're not. You're the only one, though. I mean, I think Robert is. Mark, I don't think you are down there, right?
Oh, what's that?
Experiencing part of this cold snap we're getting.
What's
What's
a cold snap?
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
is that like a snap pea?
Robert probably isn't even experiencing too much of it up there. But
no,
like, for instance,
the first. Okay, so let me rephrase that. So apparently we were supposed to have one that came through last night. Because the front came through, it dropped us 3 degrees. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I'm dying down here. It's hot. It's still in the 70s in the morning. It gets up to the mid 80s, almost in the 90s in the afternoon. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. It's never stayed this hot this long. It's always cooled off at least 1 or 2 days by now. But apparently by Friday night, the other cold front that's coming through is supposed to dip down and come get us, and we're supposed to be like in the 50s Saturday morning.
But does that mean you could fly?
Oh yeah, I mean as long as there's supposed to be rain coming. Like we had some rain, and we've had a lot of rain and wind the last few days, anyways. I mean, it's crazy. This is the wettest November we've had.
My temperatures. First of all, what I got a problem with is the temperatures. But second of all, what I got a problem with is now that daylight savings time is gone, it's gone. When I get off work at 5, it's dark. So you guys have a lot more luxury with that than I do right now. But for example, Monday morning when we woke up to go, it was 9. Just 9. Nothing in front of that. Not a 20. Not a 30. 9, okay? And when I left work today, it was 20, and it's snowing right now. And there's still 3 inches of snow on the ground. So you people, I don't even want to hear
so
it.
You need to be flying. I don't know what you're complaining about. It's on the ground. It's not like it's in the air.
Who could be flying right now? It's probably still sunny down there for crying out loud.
No, it's dark, but it's wet down here. That's the problem. It's wet.
So, I mean, I will get you. I promise you guys, I'll get you videos when I can fly. My thing is I literally have to take a day off to go fly. I mean, because I mean, I can fly before work, I suppose, but then it's really fucking cold. It's supposed to warm up, so we're actually supposed to be in the 40s next week.
Oh
We'll see if
yeah.
that happens.
Yeah.
We'll see if that
Oh
happens.
yeah, that'll work. But it'll probably
Well,
rain
dude,
then.
after like the last 3 days being like 12 degrees, that's gonna feel like 70. So probably be pretty cool.
Well, yes, not I mean I do remember those days, but not only that, but it's probably most likely going to rain or some sort of weather is going to happen besides it just warming up.
That's a bold statement right there. Weather is going to happen. Now back to you with Ted with sports.
You know what I'm talking about, like precipitation. It's probably not going to snow, but it's probably going to rain.
That's true.
It
Which would
just
be
usually happens in the
normal,
wintertime when it warms up.
Down here. I mean, this is a little bit far fetched for even Wisconsin. But yeah, I will get you. I will get you some videos as soon as I can get you some videos.
So
I mean, this is kind of a drought.
That's the date that I think I came out with that. Because I took those pictures and I sent them to you.
Exactly, because you said, like, here, check it out. I made a Thunderbolt mod, which is what you called it, and you sent it. So I don't doubt it. That's got to be the one.
That's got to be... Man, see, this is why it's so cool. I actually have the date. Because that's the date I'm using.
Well, here's the other thing. Now that you've done it, like I said, the calendar.
09.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Get on the calendar.
10 years ago.
Better pictures. So,
10 years ago.
Yeah, that design's 10 years old. How many times has it flown?
At least, oh yeah, it's flown a bunch.
Okay, that's
it's flown a bunch. Honestly, yeah. I mean, that particular design, yeah, it's flown a bunch.
Oh, hey, do you post into the calendar, by the way? Because I'm going to stress this again. You guys need to use the calendar for me, for all of us, so you can reference this crap.
I know,
you know what I'm saying?
I know.
Download the app, put it on your phones if you've got a smartphone, and write it up. At least for the very, like I said, a new variant rolled out. You need to know. You need to know so you can reference. You don't have to do this crap. Although it worked, you don't have to do this crap like, oh, God, it's so fuzzy. Can I read the date? You know what I mean? Because you don't have that plane, do you?
From 09? No.
Yeah, no, that's long gone. So
that thing is long gone. I don't think I have hardly anything from 09.
Believe me, I want to fly this puppy really bad in here because inside this thing flew like Diamant. When you fly, I mean, you haven't seen it. I haven't been able to show it. Well, there is a video I think out of there. I can't remember if you guys have seen it or not. There's pictures, but Diamant's been out. And the way it flies is kind of loopy, but it's like a really long. It's like a big 360 loop, but it's big. It's not tight, so it's not a stunter. And then it's kind of like a stuttery glide. It stalls a little bit, which you would expect of a plane that's about as wide as it is long. This thing does not do that. This thing, again, light throw, and it just glides. So it's completely different style. Probably going to be my Litro trainer. And Diamant, I guess I'll call it Diamant L. I don't know. Okay, so you figured out what your Thunderbolt is. I figured out. That's finger hut. I'm sorry, I don't actually mean to be doing it like that, but I can tell that's finger hut right there. Wait a minute, what do you mean? Oh yeah, that reminds me. We should be working on that too, shouldn't we?
What?
Need to finish up the book and get the book published.
Oh.
Because I am working on that, ladies and gentlemen. I am. It's about done. All I'm worried about is exactly which designs are going in there and how the hell I'm going to post up folding instructions on them in a book. But it's coming. It's coming. And by I, do you mean Israeli aircraft? Because yeah, they mod the hell out of some things. They like this is one of the reasons what we were talking about is like if your plane does get stolen, if your plane gets destroyed in combat, Mark said, can you build it again? Is a primary concern, but also like if it slips into enemy hands and they can use it. But one of the things that we've learned, haven't we? Like nobody seems to be able to throw each other's planes quite like the other person.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, yours a lot of. I don't know, because for the most part, like maybe it's just because I've been around long enough to figure them out. Um, but phase, I can throw a phase.
That's true. You
It
can. You're
does
right.
take some. It takes me a little bit longer to tweak it and get it to where it will fly correctly if it needs adjustment, because I don't fly it every day.
Right.
But I have been able to fly that. Javelin is obvious. Yeah,
Yeah. No.
yeah. But you've been able to pick up mine and fly them for the most part with no issues.
I
But
suppose.
I think that comes
Yeah.
with experience, though.
Yeah. Well, we know each other's planes. We've probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've probably flown yours more than just about anybody else's at this point, and vice versa. And this isn't for all of you out there. This isn't because like I just take his and build his and then fly him. It's like pretty much trading off. When we were like living next to each other or something, he'd build one,
yeah,
and
because
we'd throw each other's planes.
yeah,
So it's like
we've
he
lived.
built his, I built mine,
Yeah,
but we threw each other's.
yeah, because we started out. That's when I started out. I was living next to you, and then we both moved, and then we ended up next to each other years later, and we
Right.
flew for like almost another year, like almost all the time. So
And we did. Yeah. Again, it was. I mean, that's a little different because when you can fly the other person's builds, you're most likely going to get what they see out of it. I mean, not 100% of the time. There's a couple others out there. KIA still can't get certain ones of mine to fly. You can definitely get Javelin. But phases, again, it's like you said, it's in the tweaking. You got to know what they like. So,
yeah, I've just learned over time what phase likes. I still have, it still takes me a minute, but I've learned what they're supposed to look like just because I've seen them so much and I've actually been around them so long.
and can't nobody get Nova, right? Because I can't get Nova right.
Yeah,
So that's a little bit different.
yeah, we struggle with that one. I don't know, man. Oh
I think
man.
they're like I call again they're one of those ones you can call the fingerprint plane. No two are the same. Everybody needs something different. Yeah, it's freaking crazy.
Yeah, that's
Um, OAE, you ought to get guys to like post in and tell you about all of yours on Instructables. Like, just tell everybody after you build it. Let me know what it flies like. If you can, post a video because it'd be interesting to see how many different kinds of flights you get out of the exact same plane. Because somebody built it a little differently than the other, or somebody just throws it a little differently than the other, or it's been tweaked differently than the other. I mean, there's got to be so many different ways. You build it one way, it's like, well, this is a medium attack plane. Somebody else gets it, it's an interceptor. Like, well, something must be different here. What did you do wrong? What did you do right?
right, yeah.
So anyway, so we got those down. Okay, we kind of discussed this variant thing. So this leads us to what we building, man.
What we building?
What we building? Are we just building some of ours? What are we trying to do?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
uh, so
I imagine the flying wings are the trickiest.
let's put it out there. What do you guys want us to see an SMA? So a combination of our build, like something that we build together, or do you
A
want
combo
us,
build.
or do you want us to come up with something new individually? Or do you want to see something, one of our designs, be
I
built?
still have a plane in the works that I have not built yet, but I should do like Y13 and draw this up because I definitely have like
Modify Meta Vulcan. I mean, I don't even know how to build a regular Vulcan. Man. You want me to?
that's basically the plane we built the last time, or not the last show, but I mean the last time we built one of his on the show.
Oh man, I can't do that. I can't. He's got. That was a mod. What I built was a mod. That thing was. Nuh-uh. Not that I don't want to build it, but I couldn't build it. That's how much of a mod it was. Might as well.
We got to see. That's the thing. Is like, so how do we get Robert and, well, if OAE will do it, how do we get them in? Well, again, Robert, you need a camera. I know that you got to get a camera. If you have a camera available, I think actually attaching you onto this would be easy. It's just as long as we're ready prior to the game. Mark, can you get somebody in during the stream?
Yeah.
That's right. It was a Cobra. My bad. It was the Cobra. Yes. The last time we did it was a Cobra, but we have built them out.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I mean, getting somebody added to the stream. I mean, preferably would be easier to do it, like a Friday or a Saturday, to sit down and test it out, so I could get the format correctly. I mean, if it's only one person, I already kind of have that set up. Let me go here so it doesn't mess with the stream.
It's true, because when KIA joins, he's got a little window there. And we have thought about, of course,
this one right here, that you can see it, but nobody else can. This is the one when we had all three of us on, KIA, you, and myself. So I had this one window was split into two. So it had all three of us on it.
That's right.
We just have to I just have to modify the rest of this. So it's not really anything crazy. But yeah, so basic equipment for what you would need would be. That's what you're waiting on, isn't it? You're gonna need a webcam that's decent, you know, and that doesn't have to be high end. I mean, I have Logitech C920.
Papers like this.
Yeah, I have a Logitech C920. They run about $40 to $60 right now, because they're getting older, but they're still great cameras.
You don't need much, really. I mean,
and then I wouldn't.
The Logitech Orbit Sphere from like 2008, and it works great.
Yeah, it pixelates. That's all. Yeah, that's what you want.
That's not what it's doing right now. That's not the one it's on right now, actually. The C615 is the one it's on right now.
Yeah. But it's preferable to have a separate mic, just because the quality comes in better. But you can use the webcam mic if it has one, which the C920 does. I don't know if the other... I mean, I'm pretty sure his does as well.
I can put it, yeah, because I have like a couple of separate mics. I'm probably going to do a little different. But I mean, this one does have one, and if you guys haven't had complaints, it obviously works all right. So,
right, yeah. So that's really all you would need, and then you just need Skype. And that's it. And then from there, I mean, if you were using a laptop, then really all you would need is a dedicated, like, you don't need it, but a dedicated mic just to get the sound quality better, the audio quality. But you could use the webcam from the laptop.
Yeah, that's all.
I mean, if you just wanted face, but if you want downward angle, yeah, you would preferably get a secondary webcam.
As I have the two, I just have, like I said, that's one of the reasons I was cleaning up, so I can make it another one. I don't know if you guys remember the old shows, and I used to have one that streamed down over here from this angle. I'm hoping to get that one back. I mean, it's hooked up now. It would be on a platform view, so this is pretty good for everybody. Goes downward angle for when we build and stuff. So obviously downward
27,
angle
and he's in Georgia. See, this is where I'm at.
I can relate.
Hey Siri, what's the temperature?
There's obviously a very sharp drop off or sharp drop up in temperature between in the 400 miles difference you guys have north to south.
You hear that? Hey Siri, what time? Hey Siri, what temperature is it? What temperature is it?
It's currently 75 degrees.
So why aren't you flying?
Because one, it's wet.
75.
It's wet.
Yeah.
Like super wet out there. Two, no, it's dark out there. I'm gonna lose something.
Yeah, but you can find a parking lot that has some lights.
Not where I go.
Oh, okay.
They don't.
And OAE, I know your temperatures are probably pretty good because you're in Cal. But like you said, your weather report includes flames, and paper airplanes don't typically light fires. So
Hey Siri, what's the temperature in Los Angeles?
It's currently 59 degrees in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
So I know he's somewhere around in there.
Okay, September 11th. Oh, yeah. All right, that's when we made the Cobra. Yeah, because again, like you said, KIA was on board for that one, so everybody had a different variant.
See,
but you don't want a
so
different
he's still
variant
almost 20 degrees colder than I am.
That's true, and 20 degrees warmer than we are.
Yeah,
Perhaps 30 degrees warmer than we are.
Yeah.
But you want us to mod the meta. Do you want us to mod the meta that we
Oh, man, I don't know about that.
built, or do you want to build one? Man, I don't have a sheet of paper big enough to build a Zeta.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, hang on. I can't. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, it's really going to come down to, do you want to build an SMA?
Could.
I mean quietly, we could.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, should we do that? Or
We
I
haven't
would
built
like
one in
like
a
you
while,
said-
honestly.
No, it's true. We haven't. We talked about it last time. But he's got a point, too. I kind of would like to see a mod to one of their... He's just trying to see if one of us could come up with something on one of his. Just like we would give them one of ours and say, like...
I can barely
give
build
me
one
a
of
mod.
mine, and you want me to build one of his?
Well, we're talking about a new plane. Well, then again, we could foreseeably...
I'm not saying... You guys got to understand my level of expertise. I'm just basic.
It's probably a little bit lower than the rest of us out here. So, yeah, I mean, guys, we do got to
I've
cut
just
him a little
been doing this for so long that I'm just grandfathered in at this point. I don't even really have a plane. This is just for show.
2 hours.
2 hours? What?
He's talking about
Yeah,
Zeta.
that would
Long
take me 2 days.
He's better than that.
I mean, if it
Maybe
takes
that
him
much.
2 hours, I would at least expect it to take me at least 8. And then at that point, I'm gonna get frustrated and probably quit until tomorrow.
I'll tell you what. Oh, wait, I'll give you a mod on one of the. I'll give you a mod on one of the Meta Vulcans. I'll take the time. I got to do this for Robert too, but that's only because I want to put a rubber band hitch on some of my birds. I got to test this out, especially on javelin. But although I don't think I could probably rubber band javelin any harder than I could throw it. But I will dedicate a show. I'll give you something on Meta Vulcan, just a basic Meta Vulcan. I'll put a mod on there. I'll come up with something and build another one. Yeah, I'll probably build another one and then give you the mod probably on my channel. Check out my channel next week. But in the meantime, we could, yeah, you said, we haven't done SMA in a while, and I've got the book handy, so we could create a new one. But you got to promise me one thing. If we do, we got to name it this time. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Let me asterisk that. Hold on a minute. We'll name it if we deem it worthy of a name, if it's good enough.
Well, true. I think we
there's been
need
a
to.
few
I think we
ones
need to
we've built.
chill out with who makes the last phone.
We definitely need to do that. I mean, it's like when we know the fifth fold is a good enough play, we need to stop.
Yeah.
No, I know you haven't got a chance to use the calendar yet. We haven't given you the login information.
What size
My bad.
paper
We'll
do
get
you want to
the
use?
information.
Okay, so that's
Standard size.
Standard.
Let's go with standard size. Yeah, let's go with standard size for now.
Standard size. All right, hang on.
Now, this is why, like Robert was saying too, is when we get somebody, if we get him on board or we get OAE on board, especially like OAE, again, I don't know if you're willing to video with us, but I mean, this would be because if you guys want to get involved in a conglomerate build, we definitely need, like, you know, a live view so we can tell what everybody's doing at the same time.
Yeah,
I mean, because you guys can get in on this.
I need his public IP address so I can find out where he's at.
Okay, I can do that. I'll wait for you to post that out. Let me know when that gets out there, and I'll do that. If it's a standardized, like something for everybody, yes, I'll do that one. That'll be cool. I mean, I can use any one of them, but that'll work.
Okay.
Let me get the book handy because I got to write this down.
Nabbit. Yeah, get the book.
There's the book.
Where? I don't have any dice.
You don't have a coin? You got a coin?
Man,
you don't have anything with a surface that's different than the other surface that you can flip like a tape dispenser here. I mean, really basic. Oh, I gotta have all this crap ready in case we decide to do all this crap. This is the book. Yeah, Robert. Yeah, I'll get you the stuff. So. The 29 is the one coming. If we build it like with 1 pH, the 1 pH was basic. I mean, my God, we each only had 3 folds in that. It couldn't have been that bad.
No, that one wasn't terrible.
We each only had 3 folds in I.
Yeah, but there was a few of them we went overboard.
Oh yeah, we went overboard a lot of these. There's one that just. Where's the one that? I mean, we've already made N. Did we use any of these? No, not really. Where's the one that says at this point crush it up and make it? Oh, yeah, 1 PE, which we basically scrapped.
Yeah.
Like, after this point, let's forget this. You light it with a lighter and start fresh.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I do remember that.
I mean, because I can say we can use Chinese menu, but do you have a Chinese menu? You don't have Coffee News. Ah, no, we found out Coffee News is as big as Chinese menu.
Yeah. How big is that? How big is that?
What, Coffee News?
Yeah.
You know, we measured it the last time. Oh, God. I gotta find where I put it. It's in the stack right here. It's just buried in the stack. Oh, man. What the devil?
Because I could always trim this down.
Oh, do you have to? I didn't think you had to.
Well, this one I might have to.
Do you have a legal sheet?
I have that other sheet.
Oh, here you go. Got a Coffee News. Stand by one. Got a Coffee News. Here we go. Coffee News is... Coffee News is 11 by 17.
See, this one's not 11 by 17. This one's shorter than that. This one's
that's why
almost 11 by 17.
Robert, I do think rubber band launch planes really aren't. That's a cool option. Because, again, that's like a way of making it accessible to everybody, from like a 4-year-old who can't really throw properly to an 80-year-old who can't throw no more. I mean, it doesn't take much effort to just pull back and launch. That is really cool. And again, like I said, that's why I'm going to work on adding that to most of them, especially Javelin.
Tell me this. Dang it, this one got wrinkled. I bet this is the 11 by 17.
Dude, if we could get this, this size to
this one's
function.
All wrinkled. This is the
okay,
11 by 17.
Put the wrinkled part in the nose, or put the wrinkled part, cut it off.
But all of it's wrinkled, and it's 11 by 17.
All right, fine.
Thanks. Hang on, let me work on something. That's not it.
Like I said, you guys can get in on this too. We could scale it down, or we could just use a legal sheet. Like, you could build it as we build it, or I don't know. Like I said, it's a lot easier to do it live than we do it all together. We've built a plane before with 4 contractors getting together. We call it the Scarab This thing was freaking wild. Perhaps on the stream later on during the week, I'll show you exactly what that is. Put up another show. Scarab is wicked. It actually doesn't fly too bad, but it like having 4 contractors in on it. I swear I don't know how Boeing or Lockheed gets it done, because I know they borrow it from everybody. You know, Mitsubishi builds certain parts of the plane for Boeing, and Lockheed even does it too. Northrop Grumman builds something, and blah blah blah. So it's like, whoa.
I don't have another sheet. I gotta get some more.
You want to use a different sheet that you do have available? We don't have to use that thing.
I mean,
although the ability, dude. I mean, again, if we get this to work, this could be one of the transports that you need.
you hush.
I'm just saying.
I've got my transports now.
What's your medium transport?
Medium?
Uh-huh.
To be continued. It could be. It depend. I haven't really tested it, but I could use this one.
Oh, okay. Well, no, we were talking about also like the Upside Spider, right? The Spider V4.
That's kind of what this is.
Okay. Well, there's no Delta Diamond on that, but yeah.
No, this is an upscaled Diablo.
Oh, a Diablo. Oh.
Yeah, this is like a upscaled Diablo. It might even be a new plane altogether.
He's talking. Robert just asked that he's talking about that's what he's referring to.
I have the nose clipped on it and everything else. So I have to go back and look at it and see what I did to it. I haven't tested it out either.
I'm definitely going to work this thing because this thing flies really good inside. We had the discussion early in the show of whether or not this is a Diamant or not.
Yeah. So if you compare them in size, holy crap!
And I do have another one.
I mean this you can see the difference in size. So this one is like my heavy, and then this is the potential medium. And then I have an idea for the light.
Okay.
But yeah, you want to just.
You got that impression too, but see, you don't have to put yourself on the live stream. I mean, like you don't see me, you don't see Mark. I mean, the camera's aimed typically at our pick. There's a lot of streams in general that people do that they don't actually show themselves, so it's not like we have to do it that way. It all depends on you guys, I'd rather show you where, like what's folding. So you got a sheet that's like this, or do you want to do a standard?
I don't have one like that. Not that's
okay.
Available.
So we're going standard.
I mean, I could get some for next week.
That's fine. We could go with standard.
I mean, I could trim something down, but I don't want to take the time to do that.
Nah, don't worry about it. And yeah, Robert, I'm definitely gonna work that new one that I was talking about, and I have something.
But see, you still got some decision to make.
Yeah, I was kind of swinging this way before we got on. I still think I'm probably going to do it that way too. I think it's probably going to be a Diamant, and it's just going to be like Diamant L. And like literally, I'm not going to type it. I'm not going to, it's just going to be an L, and it's going to be basically because it's for light throw, because it's what it requires. Even though I don't know. Just keep watching because eventually I'll figure it out. I kind of want to call it something new because I want a new set of numbers, but yeah, it's probably just another Diamant.
Well, I think so. I think so. Just because of you said it was good, it looks different.
It looks different. It flies different,
but it doesn't look different.
Okay, dude. For the
Take the silhouette. Take the silhouette.
Silhouette, yes. In plan form, it looks pretty much the same. Even if you look at it on a profile view, it looks pretty much the same.
Exactly.
But
you got the same plane.
The more important thing is they don't fly anything alike.
But neither does Phase. I'm gonna nail you. I'm gonna nail you on that one.
No, because phases are. Oh, fine.
I'm just saying, you can do what you want. It's your stuff. But I will never call that whatever you call it. I will always call that V2. I'll call it DV2. That's what I'm gonna call it. Because it looks like the same plane to me. It just looks like you folded it differently. You just put.
That's all you're going to base it on is looks. If I were to build a Diamant that could do like everything, everything would be a Diamant to you. Like if it was an Interceptor Diamant, you would use that. It would just be, oh yeah, it's.
If you're building it the same, if it's gonna look the same and it's gonna have the same similar Dale and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, maybe, but do you know that if I were to take this, and I'm sorry, I'm ruining the sheet for our usage here, but I'm just show you guys, and it's like if I were to take this plane right here, I'm making a bust. Well, I'm not making a bust. This is already beyond bust. But if I take this plane, right, I've got its basic shape. I know what I'm going to do with it, right? Okay. Now I'm thinking right now, like literally, okay, right now, it doesn't look like it. This is not how I would do it, but I'm going to make this like a Diamant. Okay, so do this here, right? I'm going to show you how there's actually a fault in the flaw. All right, so you got
it's
this.
Pixelated. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, well, that might be the problem, but it's going to go deeper than that. So bring me back Diamant right here, right? So at the 6-inch mark. Watch what I'm going to do here. He's going to Mr. Florage here is just really going to be. All right, so
What in the world did you just do?
this is crude. I'm just giving you a result here. This is crude, but I wanted you to get the idea of what kind of things people be talking about. So hold on.
What in the world are you doing?
I'm gonna learn you something. I'm gonna learn you something here, all right? Okay. Now this is, like I said, this is crude because I'm doing this really fast, but I don't want to take any time on this. Okay, so well, this is absolutely nothing like Diamant, but as I said at the beginning of this, I'm gonna make this thing look as much like Diamant as I can. Okay, so I want you to see how easy. The point of this, I've tried a Starhawk. I remember trying a Starhawk. I did try that. And yeah, get license built those. How many of those you want me to build? A squadron full? I can do that. Okay. Okay. You see what I got here? I'll show you what I got here. Flip this. Now again, it's not exact. I'm not trying to be exact, but I started out with it in mind. So, give me the staple because I'm going to need the staple. Boom. Okay, so I had to work with it because it had a little bit less of a slant. But you have a plane here, 6.5 inches long. 6.5 inches long by. That's okay. That's actually a little bit less narrow than the Diamant is. The Diamant is 6 1/4. This is 5 3/4. So you're losing a little bit loft. But basically, what you got here out of doing the same thing, when I said I was going to build a Diamant, you saw me start to build it. This is not how I build Diamants at all.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't even look the same.
But you've got basically the same idea. Look, you got a fin coming up. It's got Dale.
But look at the front. The front doesn't look the same.
No, the front does not look the same. But this, I could get this out of Diamant if I took another fold a step further.
So,
all I'm saying with that is it doesn't really take much in the long run to get a plane to look like another one if you want it to. And if that is the case, I mean, there would really be, I mean, obviously with like a flying wing, for example, versus a snub nose, yeah, it's different. But I mean, to what level are you going to cross the border between you're saying your plane is the same versus your plane is different? Where is that boundary? Would I use this thing? I don't know. It's actually turning out to be kind of cool. Yep. Okay. I don't think this one's going to work because I kind of destroyed the front end. There's a lot less weight up in the front. This is not an SMA design. We'll start the SMA design as soon as I'm done futzing around with this thing. But, I mean, like Mark pointed out, okay, no, it does not look like Diamant. But the dimensions, I started out that way. I started saying, I'm going to make this look as close to Diamant as I can. And it does. It borrows a lot of the same tech. Dale is on it, although it gets it a different way. It does not have the folded fuselage with the nose and the back down there.
Yeah.
But the slanted tail does come from it. It's got a little bit more.
I mean, there's there's similarities, but come on now. I could tell. I could tell that that's not the same plane.
You could get a plane, similar from.
Well, you just go ahead and give me that one. You fly that one, test it out, and see if it flies, and then I'll take that design.
This one is pretty cool.
Because it looks cool. I mean, I think it actually looked kind of cool.
It did. It flew like a dick, though. But that one totally sucked. But I know why. It's because I put too much weight in the back and not enough weight in the front, so it doesn't know which way is front and the back. Anyway, okay, I can fix that. But an SMA was called. So let's delve into the book of SMA knowledge here. The last time we did this was earlier this year, so not too long ago. The Serwin, as you remember, March 2, 19. Okay, so here we are. Took this long, but we did do this. We're going to put a November 13 of 19 on here. And what time is it? Did it look a little bit like this?
Well, it's 10:30 for you. 10:30 for you.
22:31.
So it's probably going to be 11:14 for me by the time I'm done.
We're supposed to make this shorter. So where's your coin, buddy? Do we have a coin?
I don't have
I wasn't used by that plane.
I don't have one. Actually, let me see if I can pull something up here real quick.
I got a coin.
Do you? Do you have a coin?
I got a coin.
Do you have a coin?
All right, here it goes. Are we ready? Let's see. Call it. I say call it. I'm not going to flip it because you can't see it. I'm going to call it mid-spin here. Call it.
Oh, hang on.
You didn't call it fast enough.
Hang on. I got something here. You want odd or even?
Jesus Christ! I want 11.
Hang on. You want to do a 20-sided dice?
Oh my dear Lord! Just give me the.
You want a 20-sided dice or you want a 6-sided dice?
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
Which one you want? Which one you want? You want 10, 8, 12, 20?
10.
10? Okay, hang on.
Yeah. God.
All right.
This guy.
What do you want? Odd or even?
Odd.
All right, there you go. You choose. It was 3.
Would you freaking... Wait.
What?
Wait. Call it mid-spin. Call it.
Tails.
That says tails. That's a dime. One dime. Tails, bro.
I can't see it.
I know you can't see it.
So you choose.
All right. You go first.
Dagnabbit. Okay.
We're using a normal sheet of paper.
Just a normal sheet.
And try to remember I'm keeping track, so we gotta stick with the thing. So
Yeah.
here we go with Naz. This is the first move in the chess tournament.
All right. Let me think here.
I gonna need an exact? Wait, are we need an X-Acto knife for this?
That's a good question. Where is mine to begin with?
I mean, because if we're not gonna make any cuts, I mean, I know
I
we're
have, I
talking
have
about.
one. I have one just in case. Do you have one?
Okay, I'm getting it now. After I crush my banshee with a
I have
staple.
scissors. I have scissors, tape, staple, and X-Acto. That's what I have.
Okay, I'm armed. All right,
Okay. So,
in case this gets to be ridiculous.
um,
I also have a lighter in case this really gets to.
this
This
is
really
gonna be
gets
the funniest
ridiculous.
thing. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. I thought about really starting off kind of funky, but
You're really gonna put us in the hole? I mean, I could just.
no,
Hey, man,
I was gonna turn the
stop it
paper
at
into
this-
a square, but
Oh,
so I was gonna do the like a 3-part thing. I was gonna turn it into a square and then cut off the bottom. But no, I'm not gonna do that because that's not where I want to go with this, or at least not where I want to go with this.
if what new tech? The new tech you're developing, or the new tech you're gonna make us develop? Okay.
All right, it's gonna be landscape
Landscape. all right.
landscape centerfold.
Okay, that plane's not bad now. Fold in half landscaping. I suppose I should write that down.
Yep. There we go.
Well, that was just too easy. Oh my god, alright. Folding it in half, landscape mode. Why does yours look weird?
What do you mean?
Unfold that. It just looks weird. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why. It
It's
looks weird.
landscape.
It is definitely landscape.
This is portrait.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, this is landscape. I'm not dumb.
No, I know you're not. I
I mean-
thought maybe the sheet of paper was a little weird.
A
Okay.
sheet of paper might not be even.
That could be.
The print on it might not be even.
That could be. Okay, so he folded it in half landscape. All right. So for my fold, let's see. Oh my god. Makes the new nose be a little bit different. What we're going to do, just the nose, different variants on the nose. We're going to do a cut. No, we're not going to do a cut. Never mind. I don't want to do that. We're trying to keep this basic. Although I do want to turn this into something cool. Okay. 2-part fold. Right? I don't know what the angle is on this. Oh, I guess we got to do it this way. My bad. So take your fold triangle back. About as close to halfway as you can make it.
Wait, what?
Just do a triangle fold. Like I said, 2-part fold because just do a triangle fold in about somewhere close to halfway. Like halfway between, actually mine's not even halfway, but somewhere in that range. You know what I'm saying.
So you're saying like
Start to bring it down towards the fuselage, but just, I mean, I didn't even make it to halfway, but like somewhere close to halfway.
so you're
Yeah,
saying
there
like
you
that?
go. Yeah. Oh man, your locks would too, because I mean, we experienced some of those locks doing the ones that we did, so I get it, and it would alter that. So
So you're saying like that?
I am saying like that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're not measuring it because we want to do this on the fly. If your variant looks a little different in the end result, that's fine. I mean, we're still doing the same thing. We're just different takes on it. I'm going to call it about halfway, even though I know it's not. Like I said, mine's probably more like a third.
Yeah, mine's probably kind of more like half.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, mine's probably more like half.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
If you see my pixelated house, yeah. I know. Apology, people. Sometimes these get quiet because the contemplators really contemplate.
Yeah,
you know,
right. My brain is thinking here.
When you do it on your own, you kind of have a mental image of what you want to do. When you do it with some other contractor, it's like you can't trust that because you're like, oh, he did something I didn't expect, you know. So that's what makes it kind of fun, but it also makes it like a kind of painful.
If I go that way, that's
Man,
retarded.
you're talking a lot of noseful or a lot of variants, just potential new birds off of just a noseful. That's wild and cool
But
at the
if
same
you go
time.
that way, I don't like that. What if I go this way?
Speaking of which, Robert,
I
while
don't like
we
that either.
did you got we were talking about last week. We talked about getting your base called
Right.
veneer. Do you got like numbers for the other two wings that we're gonna give you over there? That was one thing I was gonna ask you. I just wanted to see if you had those.
But I'm not going to do that. Okay. So, yep. So, it's twofold.
Twofold.
Yep. So, along that crease that you made,
Yeah.
take it and fold it like this.
In amongst itself.
In amongst itself, yep. Along that
Okay.
crease. And
So
then,
inwards, right?
what's that?
Inwards, right?
Yeah,
Well,
inwards. So you're basically going to tuck it in like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
All right.
Although again, if we did it a little differently, I guess it wouldn't matter too much.
Right. Yeah. I'm just trying to get a structure going on inside that.
Right?
I kind of like that. Oh, that didn't work. That didn't work.
He's all about structure and stress, man. He's all about structure and stress. Okay, so basically,
Yep, and then you just fold it back down the way it was.
all right. Writing that down.
Yep. So that's mine. Gives it that nice, crisp, clean. Clean edge right there. I like that. I wish it was my turn.
Dude, you just had your turn. Now I get a chance to screw it up. This is like I said, this is the fun in this. It's like now it's the other person's turn to either take it a different direction or take it however you want. I did that without even checking. Well, the line should match up because all we did was tuck it inside, right? Okay, so needless to say, since we've got a keel, this is probably going to be another two-turn fold, but yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. Since we did that, I'm going to do it again, two-part fold. And again, we're going to go halfway. And this time I did it about right. That's about halfway.
What are you doing? What?
Well, basically, you know, we folded your plane together with yours in there, right?
Yep.
The yours. So we're basically just taking that fold and going a little bit further. So Your structure's in there, but there's some space between the fold and there. It's not following that previous line. We're going down a little bit further.
Take it to the tip.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So you're saying like this? Like,
Yeah, that looks right.
okay, you're killing me, but okay.
Well, it's not what you would do, I don't think, but yeah.
That's not what I was gonna do. This is why we're talking. This is not what I was gonna do. Okay. Oh, man, you're killing me, Smalls.
And basically, yeah,
Oh,
I've done the same move both times.
you're killing me. This is why we can't make nothing serious.
Why? It's not goofy yet.
Not yet, but I was thinking about doing the same thing.
Not yet.
Thinking about doing the same thing. Oh, take this and tuck it in and then fold it back. You should keep doing that all the way down the plane until you get nothing. Ooh. Oh, we going that route? That would be sick.
All right.
What we got here? What we got here? What we got? Oh, ooh. Okay. I can't handle this.
See where this goes, folks. Sometimes when you start doing this is where like you. But the thing is you have options too. You have so many options you get to, which is of course what we explore and why we end up in trouble because we just don't want it to end sometimes. You see through our book, a lot of these have steps that are like, yeah, continue on into the nether. It's like crazy. There's a few planes that are really short, then there are a few planes that are like, what? So far, this is one of our simpler ones. Although so far, I think, actually, we've had one like this. Not the Serwin, but still.
You can hear my brain thinking.
You can. I thought I saw smoke rising earlier. But that's probably just on OAE side. The fire's still burning over there.
Yeah, right.
This could come out like Hammerhead. It's not going to come out like Bladewing. Bladewing was not our first one. What was our first one?
Okay.
All right, he's got something.
All right, I think I got something. Let me fold this first before I decide to do what I'm gonna do. And make sure.
Oh, damn it!
Yep, perfect. So at least for mine, it's gonna come out like that. Oof, no, not overlap. Don't overlap.
Hey, you don't want that. I don't need a baby stapler because I've got the monster stapler here. So. Oh my goodness.
Okay. So it's a twofold, obviously.
Apparently. Oh, look. He has given it the most NASA of things by putting Delta Diamonds on it.
Well, but it's got this, which is pretty awesome. Is what I'm kind of liking.
How the hell did you do that?
So flip it over, open it up, fold it, fold down to the center line, triangle, like a triangle fold down to the center line, with that on top. With, you know what I'm saying? So you have it like this.
Yeah. Okay.
No. Flip it. Sorry, flip it. Flip it that way.
Okay.
Now fold triangle,
Oh. Oh. Okay.
and then it will come out with this. Yeah, it'll come out with those poking out, possibly for yours.
Okay. Yeah. It will. I'm gonna have to hold on. Let me fold it this way so I can keep this even. Even is important. I mean, we're trying to be different here. It folds to the tip, the nose tip, right? What is to be the nose tip?
Straight to the nose tip.
Oh my God! How in the hell did you get it so you can go all the way to the keel though? Because if I do that, oh wait, no, it won't work. Mine aren't going to be doing that. Mine will be tucked all the way in. I'll have a Delta Diamond. What's more important, having that stick out or having that folding to the keel?
No, you want to fold it. Yeah, you want to fold it all the way down.
Okay, then yeah, I'm not going to have
that will keep the same. The rest of it will just be the variant.
Okay. Because yeah, that's going to make a big difference. Yours is going to look a lot cooler than mine is. Mine's going to look like some plain old Dumbo moth, and yours is going to look hype with winglets and strakes. Damn it! I want to go back and fix that. Nope, too late now. Too late now.
You didn't fold it halfway.
You took this boat ride. I'm throwing out the anchor.
Because that looks cool. I like that.
Yeah, of course. Yours looks cool. Mine just looks like the same piece of crap it always does. All right, fine. Okay, fold. Let me write this down because I got to write this down. Well, I know what I'm doing next. At least this won't take any concentration. This is going to be so simple and going to screw everything you just built up.
I'm going to just forget you at this point and just make my own. Because either way I fold this is going to... Oh, that's too much stress. But I would fold it the other way anyways. Oh, man, that's bad.
Well, I'm just taking time because I got to make sure I write the wording right because, again, it's coming out different for both of us. So,
yep.
So, just actually basically say folding the triangles down to the keel.
Yeah, you got to remember that it's reversed from the opposite side of the...
Right.
The rest of it.
Yeah. Hey, is that going to matter, or should I flip it back? I did that to keep them even. Should I now flip it back to the other way, or so that it's like this again?
I just have mine. I just have it this way for right now.
Okay.
Like that's.
I'll do it like that because that's the way I think it should be.
Because honestly,
good God Almighty, this looks. Oh, look at mine. It's like basic, even though there's a lot of folds in there already. Oh, like I said, I'm just trying to make sure I get it right. That's all.
You can even fold it like that.
I don't want to have a. Okay. Okay, so here's the part where you're gonna hate me.
We're gonna take all this out and cut it in half.
Oh, it's just a single fold. You're gonna fold the nose back about halfway. It seems to be the
so
basically, I'll give you a measurement so you just know because like right now the plane is about 10 inches long. Okay, I'm folding it about 3 inches back, and I'm folding that nose.
Yeah, it's about 10 inches.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just folding the nose.
Folding it
back 3 inches, and I'm folding it like all the stuff on the inside. I'm folding that away from it. I'm folding it to the outside of it.
That's what I'm saying. So all that stuff is underneath, right?
Yes.
And then you just lift up on it.
The plane folds. Yeah, the plane folds inward, so that thing I just created is on the outside. What would be the outside? Assuming we'll make it like that. This right here, folks. Yeah. This is what we usually turn into something ridiculous. Yeah, like I said, I think it's that's a 3-inch fold for me. So however you want to do it.
That's about what I was gonna.
Okay,
That's
that works
natural,
out.
anyways, for this plane.
Yeah, and it still keeps your little winglets that you got on here. So
Oh my goodness, there's some stress here.
yeah, there's a little bit of stress there, but it's not so bad. There's some stress here.
Ooh, okay, sorry. Do I want to go that way or do I want to go this way? Ooh.
Damn Delta Diamonds again here.
Yeah, but we're gonna have some crazy looking. Oh, what if you did? No, I don't know. I like it the other way. Kinda like it this way. Let you work with the stress a little bit better too.
Sure.
Putting this to the outside. Okay,
That's
so
a like.
yeah, you don't have them.
I don't have them, so it's going to turn out kind of weird for me compared to yours. Although it should still work. I mean, I'm dreadfully missing this, but
All right, let's. Because yours does not look like that.
no, mine does not look like that at all. Mine just
Yours almost looks like a fire cat,
yeah, mine looks like it's going to be a fire cat.
but it's not. That's not even. Not even close.
And not where we started this thing out. And right now the plane is 6 3/4 inches from what is now the nose to what is the Delta Diamond tip.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have.
What? See, so that worked.
Yeah, I mean, that is exact 6 3/4 to the Delta Diamond tip.
And from the keel to the wing tip, it is 3 3/4 for me.
From where to where?
From the bottom, the long keel to just the wingtip there. What we're calling the wingtip for right now.
Where you're saying from where to where? Sorry, I wasn't looking.
From your right finger, where you had the right finger putting from down there all the way up to the tip. Just keep going up. No, not the other one. Wing. No. Wing width. Towards. That's towards the Delta Diamond. No, towards it. Like.
Oh, from here to here.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, is how much?
I got 3 3/4.
I'm right at 3.
Okay, that's where our difference
1,
lies.
2. Yeah, I'm just shy of 3. Like literally,
Okay.
like maybe a 16th.
Okay, that's where our difference lies. You made it nice and tighter, so like that's why those
That's why
wings
this comes
stick out.
That's
yeah.
why this comes out. Yeah. Okay. Just curious. If you want to write that down.
I could write that down. So we have dimensions at this point. So we have dimension at this point. Because
Yeah.
like right now it's kind of cool.
I mean,
with
you could say it's 3 inches. I mean, it's literally like if you look at it on camera. I mean, I am. If you line this up perfectly, you can see there's a little bit of blue right there. A little bit of blue before it gets to this line right here.
Right.
So you can see that little bit of gap in between the two fingers. There's a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, but I would call it 3 inches.
Okay. So now
it's so close that I mean you're not gonna. So let me make.
it strikes me. It strikes me that when you get to this level on all of our planes, we could actually force one another to do almost the final work. We just never thought about it. Because a lot of times we get to this point, we still think about doing some other weird, stupid stuff. But we could actually force the issue by, say, folding anhedrals in. Because if you fold anhedrals in, it's like, oh, that kind of limits where you could go.
Well, that's kind of where I was going, but you can't do anything with these guys.
No, I can't do nothing with those. You could do
They
that.
don't
That's
exist.
going to be your option. Although I could do something to the top of the plane should those be the top of the wings. I could fold them up there.
I might fold the wings first.
Well, if we're going to put anhedrals on it, remember the anhedral should be first to keep them even.
Well,
But you can fold the wings first. I can just undo the fold and put the anhedrals on them, so it doesn't matter.
I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do the. Oh,
Are we going to do one of those OAE high fuselages? Are we going to do those Robert or taper planes? No fuselage at all. Flying wings. Or are we just going to do our standard stuff and put a reverse freaking fuselage slant on it like you do a Spider?
I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Do I want to slant it? Do I want to keep it straight? How tall is your nose?
My nose is from the keel to the tip. It's that's just a little bit past 1.25 inches.
So about 1.5.
A little under that, but about there, yeah.
Okay. So we're close on that too. Because it's not exactly 1.5, but it.
I mean, truthfully speaking, I would say it's probably exactly 1 3/8. Now that I'm looking at it,
Yeah.
it really, yeah, it is. Yeah, 1 3/8. My bad. It is 1 3/8 exactly.
Yep. Okay. Yeah,
We got that right.
Yep. I would call that 1 3/8. Because it's
Okay.
not 1.5.
No, it's not 1.5.
Mine's not 1.5, but it's just slightly over 1 3/8. But it's closer to 1 3/8 than 1.5. So I would say fold it. Basically, fold this thing in half, straight,
Straight. Okay.
or as straight as can be.
And how far down are we talking?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh, whatever. Okay. Oh no, I got you. Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Try to
I got you.
make it straight, but I don't know if we were gonna get it straight because this thing's kind of angled.
Oh, hey, this is kind of for you because this is going to be. It's not exactly a high fuselage, but. I did a pretty good job getting it in half. Because my wing, the nose, leading edge of the nose wing is right at the keel, so I did a pretty good job at least of the nose getting it right.
Actually, how did you do? Did you go over the?
What, the winglet things?
Yeah. Did you go over the nose?
Yeah. Why?
Okay. I'm gonna show you what I went with.
Oh, good God! What did you do?
Not that it's wrong. It's just that this is about what I could get.
Yeah, there's a lot of nose in this thing.
So this is what I got.
Okay. No, I
So
see it.
I ended up. I don't know if you can see that.
It drops down a little bit lower.
Yep.
Unfold that and show me how you did that.
So I tried to fold it straight.
Okay, so you got less fuselage and more wing. Right?
Yes. So the actual depth or height of the fuselage is half an inch.
Half an inch.
That's what I got.
Mine is actually, mine is 5/8. So I got a little bit more than that.
And then the total length of the nose is basically an inch.
Okay. So like I said, but it's a different variant, so it's okay. Like you said, it's not wrong. It's just different.
So that's what I got.
You guys following along at home? Okay. That's what he's got. All right, so ours are different.
Look at this. Let's turn that light out. Can you see that? Oh, that's not actually not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's getting. I gotta fix the lighting in here, so it's not bad.
It's an awful glare. Move my head in the way. Whatever. Anyway. Okay, so. Okay, we have the basics of the plane, and we didn't screw anything up yet. Oh my god.
No, but holy cow, I like this thing.
Well, yours looks better than mine. I've got some really broad wing thing, and you got a pretty narrow thing, but it's got winglets. I'm writing it down. Hold on. Fold wings. I'm going to say, like, straight, fuselage.
Because mine's slanted a little bit up. Mine's actually slanted a little up.
I'll put down slant, okay. I mean, we try slate, but if it's got a little slant, that's fine.
Yep. That's how I ended up getting mine the way it is. Oh, man, that
Yes.
actually looks bad.
About 1 inch.
I like that.
Okay. So he did that, so I'm going to let him screw up his world. So I'm going to give it the anhedrals. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be evil. No, I'm not. I'm not going to be evil. Well, part of me wants to be evil. Part of me also thinks if it doesn't retain its delta diamond, it won't fly. So I'm not going to be evil. God, I'm scared whatever I do might screw it up. All right, we'll fold the anhedrals. So unfold the wings and give it the anhedrals. Screw it. Now, I am going to fold slanty anhedrals.
Oh, my goodness. Why would you do
So, well, because I don't want to be a Goomba here. So we got to do something exotic. Besides, the
that?
anhedrals
So
you can.
how deep are you going?
They're not too deep. Let me get them folded, and I'll tell you what I did, and I'll show you the slant. And of course,
see the slant.
Yeah, you can see the slant.
Oh, my goodness.
You're going to turn it a little different than yours because your plane is not as wide as mine. So the depth of mine at the deepest point is 3/4 of an inch. That's 3/4 of an inch deepest point. But again, keep in mind they slant.
So
Your case, because your wings are more narrow than mine, just do a slant, but I wouldn't probably make it as deep as mine are because you don't have the wing to play with.
no.
So basically,
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it.
Basically, as long as you have a slanted anhedral, I think you're going to be okay. You can go a little bit narrower than mine because you don't have as much wing to play with. And I'm going to go ahead. We'll go ahead and say this right now for you folks at home. My plane, not for the first time, but for the first time, usually my plane is not going to be the best variant because my paper is wrinkled. I screwed up using a wrinkled sheet. This is probably not going to turn out too good.
Yeah,
oh my God!
Too. Mine was wrinkled too. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but yours doesn't look like this. I don't know how that happened. That is not how that fold was supposed to go. I can get that back, I think. But
okay, yeah, that might have been.
God, that made it worse.
That might have been too much. Okay, I'm gonna have to take some of that out.
It looks like my plane has already been sitting in a shoebox.
I'm gonna have to take some of that. That I can't do that same size as you.
Okay,
you were right. I can just tell by looking at it. That's not gonna work.
Yeah. Remember when we talked about making things look the same? Yeah, this does not look the same.
It's the same folds, just about.
Well, if you'll notice, my left wing is wicked, and my right wing's doing probably what it should be doing. So we're going to have a little bit of a problem. We're going to have a bad time. Yes, I know. I can get the wing to form. It's coming along. It's coming along. Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Oh my goodness. Is this gonna work? I
I don't know.
A little bit more.
If mine works, I deserve an award because this thing.
I might have to put tiny little things on this thing. Yep, that's what I'm gonna have to do to Yep, that's what I'm going to have to do. They're going to have to be tiny, tiny, tiny.
Okay, OAE, I'm gonna do this thing that you and I were talking about a while back, where we say like, we're gonna do a structural improvement program on my plane even before it actually has a first flight and rolls out, by putting tape along the underside of the wing about 2 inches long in a straight line, in an effort to try to tame this. There's just no hope. It's still folded up. Oh my god! So I have. Hopefully you guys can see this. I can't. I don't know. Try to make sure that you can see it. There's a section of tape I put here and here on both wings in an effort to tame these wings that wanted to go up there, and it's actually still doing that same thing that makes it suck so hard. It's a little bit better, but it still looks like a plane that a 5-year-old got a hold of and threw in the water.
Yeah, I couldn't fold mine that deep.
Apparently not. Oh yeah, okay, there you go. All
I
right.
had to make super tiny anhedrals.
That's fine, as long as they're on there. I got a feeling we're going to need them.
Yeah. Now.
All right, my fold is done. What is your fold going to be?
I think we're done.
Oh my god, really?
I think
Holy
we're
crap.
done. I'm just going to add something to mine because I don't know if you... Well, you let me see yours.
Stand by, I got to get my anhedrals in. All right. Oh,
You could.
I could, but mine are going to have a different result as yours.
Right.
And I did hope you were going to do it, because if you did it, I would still do it. It's just mine are going to have a different result.
I'm gonna do mine.
Okay, fine. I'll do mine too. I even know. See, we know what we're talking about. Now, the problem with mine, ladies and gentlemen, here is I can't make mine even because I have to completely dismantle my plane to get these to work.
No.
I do,
well.
because
Yeah,
yours,
to fold them, yeah.
yes, in order to make them even, I've got to do this. And since this is a crucial part of the plane, they have to be even. I can't just let this slide. So I
Yeah,
got
you
to take
can't
apart those
just
folds.
look at it and
Damn.
try to...
Well, you can't run the risk. I mean, if something goes wrong,
Yeah.
you're screwed. So I got to take this apart. I'm going to have to create a new fold in an old fold just so this can work.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm done.
He's always bragging. All right, so.
Oh, that is bad. Oof, mine is a little crooked too, but that's okay.
Okay, so.
That wing is a little bit of crooked. Dude, I like this plane.
Looks can be deceiving. Young Padawan. Let's see what we got here, okay?
It's a little tweaked, but that's more stress than anything.
A little? Oh
I'm
my
talking
God.
about mine.
Yeah, I know. Mine is beyond tweaked thanks to this. Looks like it's been dipped in water already. Plainage it's got.
Yeah, yours looks pretty rough.
I can't believe I used the sheet. Why did you let me use this sheet?
Well, I didn't tell you to use that sheet. I shouldn't have used my sheet. What are you talking about?
I really screwed this up by using a piece of sheet. It looks like
see,
it.
mine's that part of the sheet that's messed up is twisted.
Okay, well, I've got them too, but they just look completely different than yours. But I have them.
Oh, see, yours looks cool too. Oh man, dude, I like that. That's like a fire cat with little strakes on the top. Where mine doesn't even look like that.
Yeah, but mine looks really cool. It's just that wing, which I cannot control. See how the right wing looks really nice, and the left wing looks like it's just doing whatever the hell it wants to do. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
But it does look cool, ultimately. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we've called it, right? I can't think of anything else I want to do to it, because if we do anything else to it, it's probably going to turn into another one of those mini planes where the next step is going to have to be a lighter.
Yeah, but I like this.
Okay, so
All
we're
right.
folding the winglets. Or, yeah, fold winglets. I guess we'll call them winglets even though they're technically on the canards.
Yeah. I mean,
Hagataka style.
Hagataka.
Or Nova style. All
Yeah,
right.
either way. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Now, the thing is also we've made it free. We haven't taped the nose or stapled the nose or anything, so are we going to try it like it is? And then
No,
see
no,
if
no.
it
I
needs
mean,
that?
I was gonna put a small piece of tape on mine.
I think what I'm going to do is fly it without it first, just to see what happens.
I don't know. Mine ain't gonna fly. Mine's way too open in the back.
That's what she said. All right.
So if I can at least close it, it'll help.
Oh, crap.
It don't work.
Well, as The Rock would say, mine absolutely freaking sucked. So I'm going to tape it in hopes that it flies better.
So I took like a square piece and I cut it in half and
That's about what I'm doing. Actually, mine's a rectangular piece. Mine's about an inch long, and I'm just going to fold it, around the nose. And there, it's being held together now. Here we go. I think that my plane, honestly speaking, my plane is doomed from the start because I use this wrinkly ass sheet, and this is the problem. And now I'm not paying the price for this crap. Because look at what's happening to that wing when I try to correct it one way or the other.
oh man.
It's like I have a built-in flap.
Oh
man. Oh my god, it flies! Oh my god, it freaking flies!
Are you talking about yours?
Yes! Holy cow, it flies good!
Dude. Kinda like this thing.
Oh my god, it flies good. It clears the entire room. It clears the freaking room, dude. And I might have lost it. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, where did it go?
It parked itself down. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Dude, it clears the room.
Where did it go?
It freaking clears the room. Okay, it does not touch my sliding glass door. I bet I probably could get it to do so, but it actually has a stall. It'll glide in, and then it stalls near the very end. But, never mind, it just cleared the sliding glass door. I got it all the way across. Holy crap, it works! And you lost your plane.
I was close. I was close to losing it. So, does yours fly straight?
Oh my god, it freaking works.
Does yours fly straight?
Mine flies straight, dude. It flies freaking straight. Even with this crinkled up stupid ass wing, it flies straight.
Well, maybe that's why yours flies straight, because mine doesn't fly straight.
Oh really? What does yours do?
Mine curves to the right.
Okay, now this could be because, of course, you're dealing with, again, the thing I was talking about in my videos, especially with Hagataka and Nova. You have that many surfaces that act kind of like a rudder. So you got winglets, and you've got anhedrals, and you've got obviously the rudder, the tailplane.
Yep.
Mine might just have enough surfaces just counterbalancing itself that it does it. But dude, it does fly pretty freaking straight. And it glides while it's doing it.
And it could be because that right wing is messed up, so it dips down, so it wants to pull it to the right.
It could be. I mean, my God, you look.
It also wants to stall a little bit.
That plan form is very, like, straight on nose view is kind of embarrassing. For me especially. I usually build a plane better than that.
Yeah.
But that's mostly because the wings are altered. But dude, it flies!
See, yours has got more wing to it. I like that.
Well, yeah, I think that's why it glides. Yours probably wouldn't glide as much. Yours is built a lot more streamlined because it's a narrower chord.
I think half of my problem is this back here.
Like not agreeing with the rest of it?
Yeah, it's not agreeing, because I built some like this before where the back half of the plane is a Delta Diamond, but the original style of the plane was not. So
I may make a recommendation for those of you actually trying to build this SMA creation that you may just want to make it wider winged like mine, even though his looks cooler with the winglets, the canardlets, as it were.
yeah, because it doesn't give it enough wing area, and it puts the Delta it creates this freeness back here
Yes.
that these type of planes don't like. I've done this with other variants. Now I could fold this and give it more wing, but I still don't think this is gonna like. It doesn't like this. I think that's what the issue is. It doesn't like the Delta Diamond coming as far back as it does.
Okay. So I did the winglets. Wait, no, you did the winglets. So right, you did the winglets, yes? Wait a minute. Why did I just write that down like that? Fold wing, straight fuselage line, okay, about one. No. Oh yeah, he did. Okay, my bad. I did it right. So, fold winglets on canards. I wrote this up wrong. My bad. So, he did the finish. Oh, I jewed this up. This is the first time I've actually had to use whiteout on this. I don't know if you guys are following along. Hopefully you were. Another SMA creation. We're going to think about naming this things here in a second. So right now, we built these. Slight slanted anhedrals. Okay. And again, I'd like to say that mine turned out a little bit better, especially considering that my wings are a little bit crinkled, and it still flies pretty good. His looks better, but I think I've got the flights in. So, God, I can't do anything about this wing. But yet, it seems to be okay. Again, it flies in my living room fairly well. That's at least a good. I mean, it's not big, but sizable. I know they are. Yeah, the Delta Diamond really doesn't like. I don't know. I mean, it works really good for stability, but it's like I've tried that before with Javelin. We call that, obviously you've heard us say, I call that the Delta Diamonds, because like, you know, a true Delta shape is basically the paper airplane, a triangle, but then it has this. I've always called it that. Basically, since my friend Don made it in Germany back in '86. It's not new technology; it's just what I call it. But anyway, yeah, they're always so tricky. But like, it's also crucial to. It's like once you build them in there, the plane thinks it's part of its stability, so it's like it has to have them. I put those in the Javelin, and then like I took them out, so the Javelin basically was a triangle again. I literally, one time I folded them in, another time I cut them off. Both of those planes sucked. It has to have those. Well, it'd be the same thing with this one. I bet if we were to like fold these or cut these off, this plane would not nearly be, or at least I know this one wouldn't. His might turn out a little differently because of the way it looks. But this thing, it's really strange. It's like inherently the planes know when they're getting that, and then when you finish it up, it doesn't turn out right, you know? It's so strange. Did you guys build one? How did yours fly? Mine was completed second because he did the winglets, and it was today, so it's November 13th. I am coding it right away. Yeah, it's really interesting to get together and do one of these because again, it really works your creative juices on these. You really have to think about it because you can't anticipate where the next folds are coming from, obviously. So you can't just say, like, in my mind, I have this picture, how this is going to turn out. And then you start folding it, and it's like your partner on it or if you have multiple partners, even worse, it's going to turn out completely different. So it's definitely, I mean, something should be tried, because you could just come up with something totally different. This being, I mean, yeah, of course, mine looks really basic, and I probably could have came up with this, but like I probably wasn't apt to if it wasn't for us playing around with it. So, and the thing flies good. It's like all the folding. OAE, it's kind of like yours, you know. Like sometimes you think all these folds, all these locks, all this tape is somewhat unnecessary, but it turns out to be, you know, a good-looking, good flying plane in the end. Sometimes I don't know if you do this, but you get along with some of the ones that you build, and you cut, you fold, you cut, whatever, tape down, and you get to the end result, and you're like, gosh, it took me all that just to build this. Why the hell did I do that? It's got to be a way to simplify, you know. But the end result speaks for itself. So do what you can with what you've got. I mean, you could always just, you know, you finish it up and say, hey, I've got it. Then you can build another one however you want to do. Like this is pretty interesting. And again, when you don't follow the same rules, like what we just did there, obviously, like you got two different planes here. Mine looks nowhere near what his like, even though we followed the exact same design philosophies and folds as the other person created for us. Which is, again, one of the many reasons why it's cool to conglomerate on these. You know, that's why SMA has been kicking for a while on these planes. I can't remember if our first one, I think we considered our first one to be Scarab, but our Scarab was built with 4 contractors. So it just makes it that much more different. I don't know if I have another sheet, and I don't know if I have a sheet with the capacity. Like, I want to kind of do this again and not have such a screwed up sheet, because this is really, like, it's painful, you know what I mean? Like, I have this plane, and it's like, I could have been better with it. Okay, here goes. All right, I do have one. All right, ooh. Well, that's kind of nifty. All right, I'm going to do this. A lot of times when me and Mark build them, a lot of times, and it could be a sad story, usually these don't make it past the first 2 designs or the first 2 models. So I'm going to be one of the first ones to build multiple models of this, because while this one is obviously decent, I built it out of crappy paper, so I want to build another plane and see if it turns out just as good. I'm using the same sheet. At least I think I'm using the same sheet. Uh-oh. No, it is. 8.5 by 11. Okay. I have to write that down. Let's see if I remember this. This is not a special sheet of any kind. This is actually, I created this in a, kind of like coloring the sheet. I sent this through a copy machine that was actually malfunctioning in its toner department. So, of course, the trick is, since again we set design parameters for ourselves, these are different because I built it and he built it and he got a different result. Obviously, he's got winglets. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to make a duplicate of mine, because mine was the one that sucked. I have no idea why we...
What the?
Okay, so...
Okay, sorry. I was taking care of something.
Oh, of course you were.
Yeah.
So I think OAE must have built one because he was talking about the design philosophies on the forward edge of like having those Delta diamonds back there. I am just building. I'm going to be the first in our history to actually build multiples of this, because I'm going to build another one, because I don't like how crinkled up my rings are. So I'm going to build another one right away so that it has smoother wings, and see if it turns out to be just like that one was.
Oh, well, I gotta. put the date on it. I know what the date is.
You built yours first. You are 1P0001.
But I'm on the 14th though.
You're still the first one to do it. Because I think we got it clear before midnight.
No, I'm after midnight.
Oh, that's right, you are.
That's what I'm saying. You finished on the 13th and I finished on the 14th.
We still got to call yours first. Yours was done first. Unless you really want me to call mine number 1.
Well, because the canards are just additional.
That's true. Okay, fine. Mine's number 1. God.
Sorry, I mean that's what I was gonna say that a minute ago before I had to step out for a second.
No, I kind of thought that because I knew you were on the Eastern time, so it made a difference. But I was like, I kind of want to call yours first because you did the last fold. But then again, you're right.
Yes,
I mean,
but
the last fold
is optional.
technically unnecessary.
Like canards and stuff are always optional. You don't have to put them on.
Okay, so you made number 2. Okay,
And it
but
probably would help if I didn't put them on, but who knows?
But you do have, so it is 1PO.
1PO. 1 P O.
That's our agreed upon code for these.
002.
Yep.
0.
You know what? How that's going to really mess us up? Because if I finish this one before midnight, that's going to be number 3, and you're going to have number 2, and yours is still the 14th, and mine's the 13th. So I might have to wait until midnight flips over to actually finish this plane.
November.
So you saw it here first, folks. That's how. I mean, you've actually witnessed us build a few of these before, so this isn't nothing new.
14th. 2. Settle. 19. Okay.
However you guys date code yours, obviously, is perfectly acceptable. Everybody's got a different way, just so long as you actually remember to date code it, because it is kind of important. Maybe not as important as keeping the aircraft, but, you know.
You shut up.
Oh.
All right, that's going in the garbage.
Okay. Halfway. 10 fold the triangles down to the keel. Like I said, now I gotta do what he did and do what he did and do it well, so it folds back on itself. At least this one will turn out.
Your stuff is so fuzzy. Like, what in the world is it doing?
I don't know. Oh,
Do you, like, wipe off the camera or something?
Oh, I wonder if, like, maybe the cat licked the camera and left cat spit on it. Never thought about that. Why'd you tell me that earlier? I gotta check.
Because it just looks like it's so fuzzy, and you sure it's not?
I'm not sure, but then again, I haven't tried. I mean, I haven't used the camera since the last time, so I don't know.
Why is it so pixelated? Why does your arm look like a digitized?
Because
something?
secretly I'm doing this I'm doing this whole show for Minecraft.
That's what it look. Yep, you know what? That's what it looks like. You're building a
Come
Minecraft
on, it doesn't
plane.
look like 4-bit. It looks at least looks like 8-bit. Or is Minecraft 8-bit? I don't freaking know.
No, it's close.
Okay, so then we did this. So then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna do my thing. You know what my thing is?
Man, that looks like a fire cat. It's so close.
Well, I know, but we already took care of that by doing the beginning differently.
Right.
So it's not no fire cat.
Nope.
Thank God. If we did all this crap just to build a fire cat, I'd be a little bit peeved.
Yeah, because that right there also makes it different.
Yeah.
Because that nose fold goes all the way to the back.
Okay, so we got that there. All right. Let's see if I can try to get this. Oh, I got to do the ringlets. Okay, this one will look a lot more crisp. This one, you guys are probably used to something out of me this way, because this one this is more like it. So you don't think yours is as flighty? It doesn't fly as good? Or you think it's like...
You need to slow down.
What are you talking about?
You gonna build it on the 13th?
Oh, man, you're right. Damn it.
You technically already have it built.
Yeah, technically, yeah. Well, no, I haven't put the wings on it. No, wait, no, that's right. I don't need the wings.
You don't need the wings.
This is the body. It's in Pry-Fly. Son of a bitch. It's still number 3, man. I ain't calling it.
But it's just gonna look funny. When was number 2 built? On the 14th? When was number 3 built? On the 13th?
What?
How'd you do that? Well, because, different time zones.
We built it on a plane flying from east to west. And see, this one's even going to be different than that one because somehow along the lines, I didn't fold. It's not. These are closer to being winglets like yours are than mine is. Like they're not going to be.
They're deeper into the wing, right?
Yeah, they're almost near the leading edge. They're not.
Oh yeah.
So this is going to be different than that one.
Because mine were over the leading edge, and then when I folded that, I could fold it that way instead of folding it straight. I could fold it at an angle.
So speaking of this,
interesting.
So speaking of this, though, what do we got? You think it's good? Do you think we should name this? We should name this.
We should.
And you've been doing a Vulcan too, eh? See, you get inspired, eh, Wade? That's cool. Glad to hear that. I mean, any plane, especially like this, has already got potential. So Oh man, dude! Oh, and I did something completely different. Oh my God! So I've got a mod. I mean, it's already kind of a mod, but now I've really got a mod because that little triangle you gave it from the first one. You folded the second one in. You folded it inside.
Yeah.
I folded it to the outside, so now my pocket comes out, and there's like the little fin is out here.
Well, why'd you go and do that for?
Well, because apparently I wanted to see if this was going to turn out really cool. Which, of course, you can't tell because my screen is so fuzzy. It looks like I'm eating
the whole paper looks fuzzy. Oh, wait.
Well, but the thing is, this paper is supposed to look fuzzy. Like I said, I created this from. You weren't here to let me explain, but there was a toner malfunction in one of our printers like a couple months back, and I kept the paper because it looked like this. So it looks really cool.
Yeah, that would work.
I was saying like, hey, print me off a few of those sheets. That looks neat. Although, really, a good way to get your paper, obviously, camouflaged in any way, shape, or form is to print on the scanner with nothing on there, and you can turn it black. But if you also raise the hood, it turns a little bit gray. So there's that too. Yeah. You have potential. Just keep those in mind. So a cheap way of coloring your planes rapidly. Okay.
Yeah, to get the whole paper.
Because that's another show for another time. We talk about exactly how we should camouflage our planes. Because hardly anybody does that. There's really almost no need to.
Man, we are at almost 3 hours.
Well, we talked about everything we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
And we did the build.
This is why we can't have more than like 1 or 2 things in the show. It takes too long.
Okay, well here's the new one.
You should staple that one.
I don't know if I can staple these, but like this one looks a lot better.
I like that one.
This one looks a lot better as to how it's supposed to look because again,
I like that one. That one, man, I hate that. That looks so like fire cap, but it's not.
This one's nice and straight.
It's just not as long.
It's not as long.
It's not as long as Firecat. I mean, it's longer than Firecat. It's this like Firecat's short.
You got something out of this too, Roy? That's cool.
So.
And like I said, mine flew pretty good. Apparently, yours flew pretty good, but yours got lost.
No, I have it.
No, I mean you just lost it that first flight though.
Oh yeah. Because I threw it from the hallway. It flew curved into the room, and then I didn't see where it went, so I was searching for it.
Okay.
Because I got my
obviously you got it back.
I got a mess behind me that I got to clean up.
Okay, so here.
so it got
Okay.
lost in
The clutter.
the clutter. Because I'm still trying to get that Velcro to hang up the line.
Okay. Let me just fly this one for you guys before we go. And
I bet that one's gonna.
holy crap! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's an interesting development.
Yeah, that
That
one.
is an interesting development.
That one. See, that one looks like it flies really good.
They do look like they're definitely sister planes to each other.
Yeah, mine doesn't even look anything like that.
Yours don't look like that because, well, again, that was a fold in the beginning for me. So, like I said, I just wanted to at least kind of duplicate it. Okay,
Okay.
this one stunts. This one almost didn't immediately pull up, but it pulled up pretty quickly. This one, okay, it's a heavier stall than this, and I know why, because of that length. Oh my God, that thing is gorgeous. That thing flies all the way to the end of the room and then curves up. Ah! We have something here. What are we going to call this thing? I need a name. We need a name. What should we call it? I'm not calling it the Stromboli.
Stromboli.
You came up with a pretty good name for the other one, even though, yeah, you know. Now, you know what's cool about this is, could you imagine if we actually did build it on a Coffee News and it flew like the way it's been flying for me? This could have been your transport. Yeah,
Right.
this could literally have been your transport. I have an idea. Well, we have, let's see, we have Serwin, we have Nexus, we have Blade Wing, we have Hammerhead, and those are literally like only 4 of the planes we freaking named out of the 20 we built. What do we call this thing?
I'm looking around. Give me a minute.
Now, we could just hold and, like, you know, have naming ideas put out there for the end of the week.
Pre-approved credit. That's what we name it. Pre-approved credit.
That's a great name. I like it. What, baby?
Black?
You can make it like you make it.
No.
I, of course, have to make one like yours, though, to see exactly, you know, what could be possible. You have to try to make one like mine, too. So this thing's already going to have more variants than we've ever had in the rest of ours because of that. Although that's not really true. We've had 4 blade wings.
I'm trying to look here.
One.
Trying to come up.
The 1P0, or excuse me, it's 1PO, the letter O. The 1PO that we talked about, that you heard us mention before as far as the coding, is something we agreed upon, a mutual agreement upon the beginning of the SMA construction, just so we know that these are SMA birds. So all of them start with the 1P in the letter, which is something that most of us have when we code our birds.
We could
Man,
call
you
it.
know-
We could call it. Oh, I don't know if I want to use that name because I want to use that name. Did we ever agree that we could use the same names?
We could use the same names. I mean, because OAE over there is like running us out of names, you know, like literally by breathing. So we could. I would prefer if we didn't have the same ones being active at the same time.
I know.
So as long as it was
So I'm
retired.
not giving you the name that one of the names that I have in my head
Okay.
because I'm using that one on the next thing that I can come up with.
Damn it.
Well, fine.
Because it's
No,
it's a
here's-
really
here's
cool
the
name,
show.
and I really don't want to.
What is it?
I don't want to say it. I don't
Why?
want.
I'm not. You know, I'm not going to use it. I'm pretty damn sure all the rest of us that are in here will be a gentleman's agreement that we won't use your name.
I'm just. I want to
Besides
use.
the
I want
fact
to use
that OAE's
Mandalorian.
Besides the fact that OAE's probably already used it.
I want to use. I want to use Mandalorian.
Oh, well, you're safe. I'm never going to use that.
Yeah, I want to use Mandalorian.
That's not even that cool. But okay,
I
that's
like it. I don't. I like it.
that's like calling it the New York. Yes, I would like this one to be called the New York, sir.
No, the Mandalorian.
Yeah, you're perfectly safe with that as far as I know. I mean, only John. You would probably only have a threat by John, and I don't think even he would call it that.
The ladybug.
Yes, but
I'm looking.
well, you want me to name it?
I'm looking for something.
No, OAE was trying to get my attention to put still up there. I was just wondering.
Pequod.
Oh, that'd be cool. We could call. No, that's a boat. I'd like. Yeah, we have 15 Pequods. That just doesn't sound right. No problem. Go ahead. Through the forums, through here, or wherever.
Why are you walking directly in front of me? What did I ever do to you?
Thanks, bud.
Honey, you want a cookie?
Okay, bringing it up.
You want a cookie?
What you talking?
We really, yeah, like you said, we really gotta. Dude, when's the last time? Speaking of which, Mark, when's the last time you've been on the message boards? By the way,
Huh?
when's the last time you were on the message boards? By the way,
Huh?
I haven't seen you in there in a while. What the hell?
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You
Get your ass
We
back
need
in.
one place where we can go. We have too many places to go right now.
Not really. Well, we kind of do, but see, like certain things are for you. You know, like I mean, send it in messages, or did you send it like is it actually in the forums? So I'm in there. I ain't see it yet. I'm looking.
Come
I'm looking though. I don't see it.
I'm trying to find.
I mean, you did say PM, so I'm assuming it's in this motherfucker somewhere. We could call it the larva.
That's
It's not bad, but
no. It's not terrible. Could call it. We could call it syrup. It goes well with the pancake. We could just
Like-
call it syrup.
I was wondering if you'd strike that again.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay, the forum is basically just a way to make a few announcements and stuff like that. It's not like we have to frequent it, but I'd like us to, but it depends if we get more people. I mean, obviously we do a lot of, you know, like obviously the videos are only here and stuff. And the calendar is just for your own sake. Again, like it's the flight log, you know, so ideally that's the place where I'd like to be able to glean any information out of in the first place. If I'm going to put something on the aircraft sheet or the installation sheet or whatever, I'd like to get it from that. So
I've got a funny. I guess it would be funny, but it's a funny. It's a funny way to say it, but it's kind of a cool way to spell it.
okay. If you call it the Dinkle Dorker, I'm going to slap you.
No, so it's not hyphenated like this.
The Dolph.
Yes,
but
I did. I got the PM. I see that bird.
The Dolph wondering.
The Dolph. Is that the one you just built? The Dolph.
So look at what I just sent, and see if you can say it the way I want to say it.
React?
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
but it's not spelt that way. But I guess you could hyphenate it if you really wanted it to. I got it from React, but you just take the T off and put a K instead of a C.
No, that's cool. That's
React.
not. Yeah, I like
React.
that. I mean, you got to play one of the next planes I want to make, and I'll go ahead and say this is called the Mesmer.
Yeah, I
It's
ain't
going to be
stealing
like
that.
one of my studies. Yeah, because it's short for mesmerize, because that's the way I want it to be. I thought that was cool. I wanted to play that. I mean, I've got my own little bank of names that are coming up. They're not that cool. It's just or anything. It's just that's what I want them
I
to
mean, we
be.
could
Hell, I
call
could
it.
go back. I could go back and name some of the SMA planes. These.
We could call it React, like just like you spell it.
No, I like it the way it is. With the hyphen is rather cool.
React. What's that? That's a React. That's the React.
It almost sounds like something that George Lucas made up in the first place.
Right.
Sounds like one of the creatures or something like that.
You gotta say it like that. React. You gotta.
That's pretty cool. I like this. I like the fact to see that you got that tail fin going on because you know me and tail fins, man. I'm serious about tail fins. I know you said you haven't coded anything yet, but that's like, I mean, what better place to put stuff than the damn tail fin? And you see, as they're called now, the Reacts here. I've got two of them. I mean, if they can have fins, there's no reason why they couldn't have a UFR in the back, right?
Well, not mine.
You got to get dude.
Not that one.
Well, here's the thing: if we use this, if one of us use this, is like it's also up to each one as to which one we want to use. Do you want to use like your variant or my variant or whatever?
I'm
in
about
between?
to build one of those in a minute.
Oh, are you? All right. Build one like mine?
Yeah.
I can't believe that I almost want to splash water on the back of this gray one to get it to fly like the pink one does. Because, man, the gray one, I need to get the gray one outside. This gray one stunts really cool. I think it's actually got potential. And you said put a staple in it? It might really need that staple. Actually, screw it. Here it goes. Staple it is. This is Mark's.
I'm just saying, it looks like it could use it.
Well, I mean, the weight is pretty well balanced, but I think it's the lengthy issue there. So, all right. So I'm stapling it. I guarantee you it won't stunt now because that extra weight is probably going to give it enough to keep it. It's still stunted. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoa. So no matter what I do, this plane stunts. Here we go. Here we go with one of them dilemmas. Like we talk about, it's like, okay, I've got 3 different ways to build this thing and 2 different ways to fly it. It's hard to believe that the crinkly winged thing is actually a glider and the smooth operator is a stunt plane. I like it. I like the look of it. I like the fact that like it's streamlined, and of course, like I said, I love the fin. I said, are those canards? Are they like angled down? Because like you took the picture at such an angle, it's like it's perfect. It looks like it's asymmetric, and there's not one on the other side. But I'm sure there is, right?
You talking to me?
No, him, because he showed me the picture of this new one he was working on while we were working on that.
Okay. Okay. So what do we do? Folded it landscape.
Folded landscape, yeah. Play along if you're at home.
And then we folded. Oh, come on.
And he talks about how he came up with that.
Okay.
Get it?
And how far down did you go on that?
On that, well, to the tip, and mine didn't exactly make it to like I said, I said about halfway, and mine really only made it about a third. That was probably that's crucial too, because that's one of the main reasons why I got such a broad wing. Oh my God! You look like one of those sensors from the Nixon era.
like something purple.
Yeah. Jesus.
Okay, I need, um, I need some, maybe graduation. I need, subscription to, Cosmos, and magazine, and fantasy and science fiction magazine.
Oh my God.
What?
Okay.
So get on that. It's less than $80 a year for both.
Okay. What are you trying to say? It beats mine? Fucking yeah, she's gonna say it. My combat aircraft subscription is like $60 a year.
What is she trying to get?
A science fiction ride.
Oh, okay.
Really good one, but
Thought she was trying to get like Disney Plus with Hulu or something.
no, we're not doing that.
What are you talking about?
There is no freaking way.
I've already got the Disney Plus.
Well, that's your own fault. That's never going to happen in this household.
You're funny. Like I ain't having no Walt Disney World come creeping up.
There will be no damn Satan in my house that I don't want already. I mean, we worship Satan, but we don't worship that kind of Satan. Get out my plane, cat, Aki! It's okay, kid. You're all right. You didn't crush it yet. But if you crush it, I'm going to crush you.
I'm gonna have to crush you.
I'll have to crush you.
You gonna get crushed. All right, so we did that. I remember this fold because this one was mine.
This will be your test because you got to make sure as soon as you get to where you're at, you'll be able to tell whether or not you're going to form those winglets like you've got. Because if you don't want those winglets, yeah, this will be where you find out if you made them. Cat, I swear to God, you step on it, you're going to die. You're going to be the first dead kitty in front of me.
Okay. So then, where do we go from here?
Okay, well, you fold it again.
But not.
You fold the same fold again, basically trying to get in half. Why are you taking all my cardboard? That's my cardboard.
Okay.
Hey, that's my cardboard.
So
I need that.
We're going there. We're going to
Yeah,
that.
that's less important right there, actually. I mean, again, the folds you made before that are going to be the ones that dictate whether or not this works.
Yeah.
And I think you've got it because judging by what I see,
I've got more wing area.
yeah, you got more wings, so I think you're going to make it as fat. Dude, seriously, OA, I like it. I think that's a good look. You learned about Balajet, kitten?
The Mandalorian.
I noticed that. Yeah, those canards are like landing gear because they rest on the side of that. I think it's cool.
Okay.
I think you potentially got an interceptor. It's very long.
Then we went.
Then you got to fold it. Whoa! Wait a minute. You folded the triangles opposite. Oh no, never mind. I'm sorry. You're cool. Yeah, there you go. Just like that.
Yeah. Then we got to fold it this way.
Right. Yep. There you go. And they're not going to be over there. So yeah, you're going to have one like mine.
Yep. Because these are going to come inside. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can already see where there'd be other variants of this. Like if we actually flip that the other way, we may be able to have those. Those would be strakes that would be showing up
Underneath.
on the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Underneath. Yeah.
I mean, this one definitely has growth potential.
Oh, it's got something.
And yet here we go with another Delta Diamond.
Well, you know, I was gonna start off with a daggone square piece of paper, so be happy I didn't do that.
Hey, that's just following my trend. You do realize, of course, that Diamant and Goblin and
Everything
Banshee,
you make starts out
yeah,
with a
almost
square.
everything I make recently has been Goblin and Valkyrie and Banshee and Wasp.
That's how ninjas make.
all of them are square.
And then where do we go from here?
Fold your nose back 3
Folded
inches.
the wing, yeah, folded the nose this way.
Yeah. contradictory to the other ones. Yeah, that 3-inch nose is crucial too. So it's basically okay. That's a brand new one for you, right? And so it's going to be a new Vulcan. Oh, that's gonna be wild, dude. I'm glad. I'm hoping since you built that while we were doing this, we gave you like some that was give. I mean, I'd like to think we gave you some inspiration.
It's
Obviously, inspiration to
3 inches
build, but I don't.
from the the crease to the tip, right?
That's right.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I really don't know how important that is, but if you're trying to make it like mine, you got to make it that way.
Yeah, this is about where it's going.
That will make this the first. Dude, seriously, that will make this one the first plane we built this many variants of since like our first plane ever. Back in 2008. Because Blade Wing is the only other one we ever built 4 of. Remember, because we had the same thing.
Yep.
We had like different variations, so we built another one just like each other's.
Okay, then does that look like yours?
Yeah, that looks exactly like how this gray one was cranking out. Now here, wait, before you do anything else, let me save you from a step. Unfold the nose again, because you haven't formed the wings yet, and put the 2 flaps together so you can fold winglets into it right away. Because the only way you're gonna be able to get them to do this now while they're the same, yeah. Because like if you do it later, it's gonna be even harder because you're gonna have wings folded in and shit. You might as well do it now.
So make the
Wherever you want to put them, yeah. I mean, however big you want to make them. Obviously, they're not too terrible large, but you made the winglets in yours, so you know what it's going to be like. Mine are pretty much the same on both of these birds. Yeah. Oh Jesus, yeah, they really are. They're about the same size on both planes. And if you really want a technicality, I can measure that. They are 1 inch and 3/8 long. They run 1 inch and 3/8 long. I mean, I don't know if I paid attention to how long, if they're down the axis of the fuselage or not. I try to get them that way. But I'll tell you one thing, and we're going to do the same thing. We could do the same thing with yours and mine that I was finding out in that one video. Did you watch my video on like Novas and stuff? The last time I flew Nova? I think what we're going to do is create floating rudders on these so we make sure that we get these straight. Because I think that's like, quote unquote, the wave of the future. Something I should have developed a long time ago. And something probably somebody else has and never shared with us. But I think we should create floating rudders so that these rudders, we can tweak them easier than trying to refold it and everything.
This is not working. What's the easiest way to do this?
They're difficult. What are you trying to? Are you putting is that the winglet still? What are you trying to do?
Yep, that's good. That's close.
Okay. Well, yeah, as long as it's close. I mean, we're in the first stages here, so as long as we're kind of getting similar, it's cool.
Okay, so we got that. So then put that back in.
Then put it back in, yeah, because now it'll be
put
easy.
that back in. And then fold this in half. And then now put the date on it.
I highly suggest you code that one. Oh wait, well you can't code that one yet, can you? OAE. That one's not that's a brand new prototype, so you don't have a code for it. Hell, you haven't even named it yet. You just know what it's going to be, kind of like part of the family.
And then this one was number 4.
That's number 4.
1 P O 004.
Oh.
Okay. Now fold these like this.
A lot of your planes are Vulcan cousins. And in your
Right?
case, more than kissing cousins usually.
Yeah.
But yours. I mean, dude, don't get me wrong. That's not. I'm not disrespecting it at all. That's really cool that you have like a family that has lasted that long.
Yeah, because I don't. I don't have none of mine.
Hey, dude, you have basically used yours is cool too. You have basically used the same Diablo since its inception. That's pretty cool.
That is true. I have
And Diablo's
modified that
yeah,
one.
Diablo's one of your oldest. And just like it's, I mean, again, it makes for a pretty good
I mean,
platform.
Vortex
Does
is
it
still
sound good?
around.
Vortex is still around, but you've changed that one a lot.
Yep. No.
Your newer, dude, that newer variant you've got of it looks. I mean, you can tell it's a Vortex, but that's where the similarities stop. You've changed that a lot.
I have. I
You
mean, I
showed
could
me how
still
that
make a
built.
V1 and use it because it is still producible easily.
Yeah.
But that's why I stopped producing it. Because like we were talking about it, the phase 2 is just that. It's super simple.
Mm-hmm. Some people probably say like, "Oh, I built that already," and other people like, "Why didn't I think of that?" But again, that's why we do this. We get together,
I didn't
and
turn
some people
out
look at theirs and
exactly
like, "Damn, why did I do that?" And then the other one's like, "Man, I built that plane 10 years ago."
right.
There you go. Holy crap, that looks cool.
Dude, this is bad.
Now that looks a lot more like, dude, you made it even different. Look at that. Yours are different than mine too, because look at where your Delta Diamond tips are. You've almost eliminated that. They're like right at the tip, whereas I've actually got some Delta Diamond back there. So yours is going to be different too. I
What?
bet yours is going to be better.
How tall are your anhedrals?
Oh my God, my anhedrals, they're probably, wait, I need to take measure again. Well, they're very, very short.
Oh, well, that's probably
You-
why.
You made yours really cool. I was thinking about doing that. Mine aren't even a half inch yet.
Oh, yeah, mine are almost an inch.
Yeah, Jesus, that's
And
going to be
it's
interesting.
still got all this wing back here. Oh, dude. This is bad.
Which is what kind of why I'm surprised you keep the name Vulcan with some of the ones the way they've changed.
Come on.
I think yours is going to turn out even better than mine because again, you have less trailing edge back there to screw up, and now you've got bigger anhedral or winglets. I should probably do that with one of these.
See, I don't like the fact that these are free and they stick up.
That's what mine do. This one not so much, but that's because the wings are screwy. But this one, I can't keep them down. They're like that on this thing. Look at that.
I don't like that personally. Because
I know, but I think the plane digs it, especially because it's near the top. If it was on the bottom, I think we'd have a problem. But near the top, it's not so bad. I mean, if we have to, you could always like add a tape to the leading edge, but I wouldn't do that yet. Have you stapled it or anything?
I haven't done anything to it.
I would fly it free one time, although I don't think it would work first. And then you told me to staple it, but that's your discretion. I would fly it free first just to see. Like I could probably make this thing stop stalling if I added another staple. Well, I know I could, but I'm not going to do that because why would I do that?
I don't
Yeah, your
think those-
winglets don't change too much. Not too much. Most of yours are like reverse triangle folds, so it looks like a flat front end. You ever thought about cutting those?
Talking to him?
Yeah, I'm talking to him.
Oh, I
Because
was like, what are you talking about?
I mean, his canards are really cool. I just wonder if you ever thought, like, instead of making them flat nose, like cutting them so they're in reverse, or at least have a regular slant.
Dude, that thing flies, even like that.
Yeah, I bet it would, because like I said, you put those big ass winglets on there. That's probably even a better idea than not mine. I bet if I put the bigger winglets on there, it probably would be really cool.
Hey, what's that over there?
Oh, that sounds like a stapler. Well, no, I believe that because again, the way you get it when you fold back the nose, the tip of the nose, and then it creates like that. Yeah, it's really strong in the front. Now the planes that we built, we have those on. I get that. But again, like I mean, if you cut them or
Dude, that thing
converse-
flies straight.
I'm telling you, dude. Yeah, I think that's it. It's like the bigger the anhedrals, and then the broader the wing, it's a nice straight flight. Like I would also think, well, you asked us to mod it, so I've already got ideas for modding your bird. That's why I'm voicing them to you. But
Dude,
this
thing is bad.
what I was thinking about was just like
Dude, I love this thing already.
not only cut it, but if you could fold it backwards.
Dude, I love this thing. I gotta get this thing outside. I gotta get that outside. Oh, man. All right, I'm gonna try to get it outside this weekend or something.
React number 4 is pretty cool.
Dude,
That's a good name too.
This thing's like a rocket. I've got one staple in it. That's it, and that's where I put my staple. Can you see it?
Kind of. Oh yeah, no, I see it. Yeah, like flat up and down in the nose
but
right there.
it wraps underneath.
I see that. Yeah.
It wraps. Well, it's kind of, you can kind of see it, but it wraps underneath. It comes back around. See if I can get that in there.
You didn't mean to do that. It just happened, didn't
It
it?
just happened, but it's kind of cool. And it keeps it sealed. And man, this thing, I threw it, and it does curve a little bit, but it doesn't like stunt like this one does. Like
Maybe
this
this-
one mostly.
You know
is
what?
Because of
your
the back
wiggle-
end.
Well, no. Are your winglets on that one up and down, straight up and down? No, not that one. The other one. The first one you made.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Cock them off like 45 degrees and then fly it. Yeah, like kick them way down one time and then fly it and see what it does. See, because I'm already trying to like play with your nose. That's what I'm thinking of. I mean, various ideas. I've got more ideas than that, but the nose is one of the things I was thinking of. Did you the inside or the outside? Outside, right? Because I said like kind of like fold them that way.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, okay. And then flat like that.
You kick the anhedrals out or keep them straight?
Keep them straight for now. See what it does.
Oh, that's garbage.
It didn't like that? Okay. I was trying to see because some when you're dealing with that, like some Nove, some like it out, some do not. Actually, a lot of them do not. Now that I've built it in different ways, but I can't build those. It's like I can't believe this one flies as straight as it does. These are nice birds.
Now
These-
doing. Now kicking this one. Now kicking the anhedrals out. Kind of at a 45 as well, makes it want to do like a short circle.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute! Not a loop, a circle.
Yeah, it doesn't flip. It kind of curves.
Banks to the right or the left?
Right.
Okay, I got an idea. I got another idea to see if we can straighten this out.
But that's
I'm gonna
because this right here, this edge of this paper, is the bad part of the paper. It's already got a cut here. It's lifted up. I can't get it down because it's been like that for so long.
Okay, but wait. I want you to give that thing floating rudders. I want you to have the first floating rudder on this.
What?
So let's do this real quick. Follow along with this one, people. Okay, so on your anhedrals, take a scissors. You'll need a scissors.
What?
You'll need a scissors.
What?
You can't do this with X-Acto. Okay, on the winglets, not the anhedrals. I'm sorry, on the winglets. How how can I illustrate this to you? I'm not going to do it to mine. I don't think mine need this yet. But, okay. You can see what I'm doing even though I'm pixelated heavily, right?
Yeah.
Cut. Oh, shit.
Oh no, you're not even that bad anymore.
Oh, well, maybe it's coming back. So anyway, can you see that? Yeah. Cut the very trailing edge right at the tip, right at the fold of the winglet.
How far?
A little bit. Like.
To the fold?
It's got that up and down. Yeah, that up and down fold. There's a little triangle piece back there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cut
just
it in
cut that.
That's
Yeah.
probably what, maybe a half inch?
I wouldn't even say that. Maybe 3/8 of an inch. Actually, is what it
Bigger than
looks
that,
like.
though.
Well, let me see to make sure, because I don't want you to cut too much. I don't think it needs that much. Actually, I know it doesn't need that much.
Yeah, mine's probably a half.
A 1/4 inch. It's a 1/4 inch. Cut
Okay,
a 1/4
so
inch.
Cut like half of that in.
Yeah,
Okay.
and right at the fold.
Yeah. I got you.
Okay. Because yours is curving because of a yaw problem, which means there's a rudder that's counterbalancing it. So if we give you floating rudders, well, it's not really floating rudders. I call them that. Basically, it is a rudder, but it's like winglets are not supposed to have rudders, but we need them for planes like this. I've started putting that on Nova, and it usually works really freaking good.
So because it's free, it adjusts?
Yeah, exactly. So when you figure out, like I said, when you figure out which way it curves, you fold it averse to that, and it should straighten it right out. You might have to fold both of them, and it's going to be gentle. Don't even put a severe fold on it, just enough to kick them to the left or right. But because they're so small, you have to do that because the other option is to refold your winglets, and producing that many folds destroys your winglets. You can't keep doing that. This way, you don't have to worry about that.
So would I kick that edge in or kick it out?
Well, that's up to you. Well, that's the thing. Test fly it. You do it one way, test fly it, and see what it does. If it makes it shorter the one way, go the other way. And do it with both of them as gentle as you can. Because they both got to be about the same. I don't think you could try one and see what it does first. Matter of fact, you know what? I recommend that. Try one. Just do one first and see what happens.
What do you mean do one? Cut one?
Well, no, you cut both of them, but just only do the fold. Like, just kick one in or out. Just kick one of them in or out. Don't do both of them. Because, if you cut it and leave it alone, it won't go anywhere on its own. This is minor tweaking, but this will probably produce a great flight. I mean, maybe not this one right now, but once you figure it out.
That worked.
Did it?
Yep. That gives it a better flight.
Okay, see? And you could probably tweak it to get a better flight out of that, even.
Probably tweak my back trying to get it. Ow. Ow.
I don't know if any of you guys have ever had that problem, but I mean, if you've got a plane, especially with winglets, canard winglets, tiplets, as ever you want to call it, dog teeth. Dog teeth are tricky. They can be really cool, but they're really tricky. You produce that many vertical surfaces, and your plane starts to nose over to the left or right without banking, or if you corkscrew, God forbid, that's usually a yaw problem, and you can fix it with rudders.
I need to pick this crap up.
A lot of times you figure you could put flaps in the back and counterbalance it, but flaps don't work that way, of course, because that's roll. Especially if you work the roll into whatever place it's yawing, it's really going to screw it up. So it's much better to do it this way. Put a little rudder on it, and you'll fix it flat. Three origami locks are definitely going to be complex. I'm sorry, I meant to say that earlier. Oh, yeah, I was listening to you. So yeah. Okay, so apparently Mark found a plane. I found a plane too. I mean, this thing's cool. I do want to get it outside, or at least in a bigger locale. See if I can fly this. But even my parking lot's covered in snow right now. Because yes, it was snowing all this time. So now we have another dusting. You're gonna have to build like 4 more of these.
Ow. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to.
And here you were. Where were we at? 2 shows ago, last show, 3 shows ago. What was he saying? I just want to concentrate on one plane and get it right. And here we go.
Shut your mouth.
Uh-huh.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh man, dude, this is the work of being a massive airplane producer, dude. I mean, ask OAE. Look at how many planes he works on at a time, dude. Yeah, you got an idea, you got to run with it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to work with Spider. I'm trying to work with.
Raptor.
Oh, don't even get me started.
You weren't even considering that. That's your newest one.
I know it's my newest one, and it's gonna stay my newest one unless this thing works out. This variant, that's nice.
That's nice. I might have to reproduce that with a bigger. Well, I mean, I could just refold my winglets a little bit deeper, something close to. I don't know if I'm gonna put them up an inch, but I might go put them closer to 3/4 of an inch. See what happens.
Yeah. Well, we're at 3.5 hours.
He got a plane he likes. We got a plane he likes. I'm glad OAE you built you something. Robert, I hope you were in on it. I hope you built something too. Get the calendar, people. Come on, man. Get the calendar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post this right away, dude. I'm gonna say that we rolled this out because even I've been slacking, but I'm gonna say that we rolled this out.
Yeah. On the 13th.
Yeah. We don't really have a like. Mark, I still have you under NASA's under there, so when you post, I see it, of course. But I don't think we ever put anything for SMA in there, did we?
What are you talking about?
Like, there's not an actual color or indicator on the calendar that when SMA does something.
I don't
It's
think
like
so.
Either you or I do it. It's never an SMA thing. So I'll have to put something else new in there just for that.
Yeah.
But I will definitely do that. React rolled out yesterday. Wait,
React.
Is that really yesterday? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, it should be yesterday. Yeah, it should be almost 12:30 for you.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So,
wait a minute. Let me switch accounts. Where's the calendar?
you can still post to the calendar too, right? I mean, hopefully, like I said, obviously, anytime you have like a rollout, first flight, retirements, squadron stand up, wing stand up, base stand up, please put those in there, and definitely put in good flights. Definitely put in good flights. You want to keep track of what number flies good, when and where.
No, that's not what I wanted. Wait.
And for the record, just after we spoke about it, yes, I think I'm probably just going to call that
that's
a Diamant L. It's probably going to stay a Diamant. So,
wait a minute.
Oh, good God.
Wait a minute. How are we gonna do this though?
Well, like I said, you don't have to do it under IVPAC. You should be able to do it under your own calendar, and I should see it because again, that's how it was.
Right.
Now again, you're welcome to put it under IVPAC because that's an SMA product. So you can put it under there just like that because I probably would.
But I don't know if I have. I don't have.
Like the capability to do it? Did I
No,
not give you
no.
rights?
What I'm saying is, I just have. I don't know what email this calendar is coming from.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Where's your SIL log coming from?
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's my personal, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Which is fine. Then we need to add.
No, it's perfectly all right. Yeah. Well,
that's good because
again,
then
we can put. I'm going to put the rollout on IVPACs because again, that's SMA.
Yeah,
so that's
you
not
just need to share that calendar with me as well.
Right.
So then I can actually see that.
This is the way we wash our hair. Yeah, we'll do that.
Because then,
What, Black Friday's officially a holiday now?
Apparently.
Jeebus.
They got Cyber Monday? No. Bunch of junk. Man, oh man, oh man. Man, it's already that close to... Ugh.
Well, yeah, these things kind of happen. You know what I mean, man?
I mean, it's 365 days away from the last time it was. Like, yeah, no joke.
Still, nothing has changed, brah.
Still takes 365 days to get to this point.
That's damn right.
366 if it's a leap year. That's the most annoying thing ever.
Oh my god, I can't spell. Whoa, okay. All right, primary time zone. Yes, indeed. No, screw that military time stuff. No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
I know. You wanted to change it to military time.
No, I did. No, it was not on military time. So
that's what I'm saying. You wanted to change it to military time.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy, dude. Stop it. You stop it.
Get over there.
Okay, so there we go. Good to go. All right. Access permissions. It's available to the public.
I didn't do that. What are you doing? Get over there.
Uh-huh.
Boom.
Where the hell are you? Oh, wait, where are you at? Oh, wait. Okay.
Man,
Never mind.
Stay over here.
You're able, like I said, there's really no, never mind. I got, what is it, Warrior? I can't remember. Okay, I sent you the linky poo, so.
Yeah, that's Thursday and Friday for you, yep. Thursday, you are thankful for what you have. Friday, you trample people for what you want.
Amen to that, dude.
That's exactly
ours is like one of those world famous stupid companies, like one of the only companies apparently in the world that actually is open on Black Friday. And I usually actually use that opportunity to go to work because I'm going to shop on that day. I have never once shopped on Black Friday. I've gone out because I wanted to see everybody do the trampling, but I've never shopped. So,
it's been a while since I've actually done it.
I was doing Cyber Monday before there was such a thing. Especially because there were quite a few days back in the day when Black Friday was still online, so you could still get those prices online. I don't think they do that much anymore because they save it for Monday. But and now look what it's turned into. Now, like you said, Thursday you're thankful. Hell, later on Thursday you get to trample those same people because they're open Thursdays now. Thanksgiving is no longer sacred.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So hold on. Before we go, I was going to say, like, OAE. So does this mean you don't, like, even if it's a really good flyer, you still don't keep it? You kind of like create, fly it a few times, like it, and then retire it right away. Wow. No wonder you go through so many planes. I would have thought you'd keep it around if it was a good bird. Boy, I would. Why do you think I got 700 phases? I mean, Mark over there has 400, quote unquote, has 400 Thunderbolts, but we're never really going to know if half of those were good flyers or not, are we?
Nope. I was thinking about that. I'm like, nope.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, there you are. Missile log, KIA log. Well, I mean, okay, but even still, you could, for the sense, you could obviously put down your rollouts, first flights, and retirements. I mean, I know you don't have many stand-up of bases and squadrons and stuff, but again, rollouts and first flights and retirements. You can keep track of those. And in your case, again, like you said, if it ain't, you don't keep them around for good flights. But I mean, if you do have a good flight, that means the posting of it's got to be interstellar. So, how in the hell? Okay, there's your you're sharing it there. Okay, so I got you on this one. So yeah, did you post it in the calendar then, or
Me? No, I haven't posted nothing.
what the hell, man? I got you down. You definitely have. Oh yeah, and you even got your damn stinky color too. You know what I mean. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only reason I haven't transferred any of that to the other, because the calendar is the one thing while we all can post and stuff, because like we're sharing calendars. So, I mean, like you shared it to my personal, and my personal, of course, I keep my flight logs in, but you guys have your own personal, and you can just post it, and if we share it, I can see it. So it's not like everybody's posting to one calendar, which we could do. It's just, it's not like, say, the drive where, you know, you can share them in one place and copy and paste it over. The calendar is not able to do that. At least I don't think it can. I'm checking into that right now, but I don't think, actually, it does say import export. How do you export a calendar? Can you really do that? If that would be the case, I could dip all the stuff out of here and put it in there. Wow, that wouldn't be so bad. I'm not likely to start that though, because there's really no point. Like I said, you guys have your own calendars. So again, you share it with me, I share it with you, we can see our stuff, la-di-da. We're good. See, Mark, he has the same problem you do.
What?
He said it. I'll keep planes if they're good, may get torn up or lost and
Oh
crushed.
yeah. Okay, so you know you can relate.
It's not just the, you know, you. I've had, dude. Look at this one, for crying out loud. This one's crushed before it even got started flying. No, I mean, I feel you. That happens to all of us too. I mean, and the real sad part about it is some of us. I mean, I think that's the one reason why I have 200 aircraft ready to fly right now, because I get scared of, you know, not only do they once fly good, I don't want to dip them, but it's also a matter of, what if they don't fly right again? Or what if I build another one that sucks or whatever? I mean, retirements used to come easy. Now it's a little bit tougher. Plus, it's really strange because, you know, I used to worry about retiring them when I had them for like 10 years back in the day, and now I want those planes back, and I can't have them because they're lost to the terrorists. But I still have, you know, 20, 30-year-old aircraft here, so it's not such a bad thing. I'd almost rather have one that flies versus have one in the retirement box, you know? Needless to say, your number one, you should definitely try to keep number one if you can.
Right. That's where it's at.
I would probably amputate my foot to get back my number one phase one, but I lost it a long time. You don't think nothing of it most of the time when you fly air number one, you know? Especially if you're out of IVPAC. You don't think about it. That's cool. That's cool. That's what I do. Like I said, we each have our palace. I think, Mark, you got a palace, don't you?
I don't really have much of anything.
You got a pad.
I have a process. I should say I have a process of where they should have been and where they were. But
you've got PriFly, obviously, right?
Yeah, but it's not really a box or anything. It's just kind of there.
Hey, the beauty of PriFly is it doesn't have to be. As long as they're stored semi-flat, they're cool. They really can't come to much harm.
Yeah, it's somewhere over there in that pile. It's just there. It's just there.
He's got a play Omni Bomber from 2009. That's pretty good. That's a 10-year-old bird now.
Yeah, 2009. That is long gone.
That's pretty good. What do you think the oldest one you've got is?
Mine's from 2015.
That's the oldest one you've got?
Maybe 2014.
That's not too shabby, but I'm kind of surprised. I figured you would have had maybe a couple more old ones in there.
No. Let me go back.
I know we're getting off on a little bit of a tangent, but we're rehashing all the old good days. I really would have thought he would have had something a little bit older than that.
Yeah, 2015.
Huh. So none of those ones that we got the pictures of, you don't have any of those anymore, do you?
No.
Damn, that sucks. That really does. I thought you had something.
No, not those. Definitely not those. Those were part of that original box that was lost.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
sucks.
part of that original box.
I'm genuinely sorry to hear that.
That long, that long box.
Oh, yeah.
That's what was in those.
The historical box. Okay. All right.
Because that's
I'm
where
genuinely sorry.
Black Knight and Black Squire were.
And Condor.
Oh, yeah, and Condor.
And Manta. Or Stingray.
Stingray. Oh, yeah, I forgot about those.
Oh, man. So anyway, folks, yeah, all right. It was spared the scrap heap.
Well, it's been real. It's been fun. I want to thank you guys for stopping by tonight. It was good. We got some building. We built. It was awesome.
It was good. He's happy. He's got a plane. He potentially got a plane. He's going to use. He'll make the first SMA plane anybody's used for anything. So that'll be really neat.
Yeah, I might see if we can get this thing to work outside. We'll try that over the next. Hopefully the weather holds up on me. Even when it gets colder, I think it should be all right.
Oh, I think it'll be fine for you.
We'll see. See how it goes.
And you've got Hagataka too.
Oh yeah, I got that one over here somewhere.
Let me know. I'll ship you out the copies I've got.
It's over here.
Actually, if you let me know if this new thing works, I'll let you have the copies I've got of those too. Then you really have a force.
I need to actually get this line up. If I can get this line up, then I'll be all right.
Come on, man. You're almost there, dude.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Yeah, I need to get his line up.
You need to get his line up.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's what I need. But I've been trying to find that daggone Velcro stuff that I need. Because I don't want to go pay like $20 for it at freaking Home Depot. It's pointless to pay for some stinking Velcro. I ain't loaded like that. But yeah. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. We're at 3 hours and 47 minutes. It's a long time.
As always, it was nice hanging with you guys, though. Appreciate y'all coming out. OA, thanks. Robert, thanks. Anybody else who may be peeping on in? Yeah, it was a good show.
And always remember to keep them flying.